Mr. Schultz. Thank you for meeting me.
Osborne. This better not be a waste of my time.
I assure you, your time will not be wasted. Over these past couple of years, there have been inconveniences in our plans. Consistent ones, if I may add.
Those damn bugs.
In order to make sure our plans are accomplished, they need to be dealt with.
How do you suppose we do that?
A temporary alliance. Just until those pests are gone.
My services aren't free, Osborne. And from what I've seen in the news, you have nothing to offer me. What's the case?
A minor upgrade to your gauntlets. If you change your mind, you know where to find me.
Hello?
Miles, where are you?
You better be on your way.
The exam isn't until Tuesday.
It is Tuesday.
Oh, crap!
Only if someone told you to set an alarm so you don't miss this important day. Oh wait, that was me.
Oh, great. Now I'm being lectured by the straight-A student. Look, I'm on my way right now.
You're like 20 minutes away from your house. How are you gonna make it in time?
I have my methods.
They're coming! Barricades are down!
It's okay, sweetheart. It's okay.
Queen Mistress, we must leave at once.
Lucius, what's the status on the enchantment barrier?
About 25%, but it won't hold for long.
Okay. Have General Magnus lead a troop to the west of the kingdom at once.
What about you?
He's not gonna stop till he gets what he wants.
I'll make sure that he doesn't.
Huh?
Magnus.
Dead man.
Lucius. He's not gonna stop. He won't stop. Not until he has her.
You don't need to do this, my queen. All we have to do is wait for the gateway to open and...
My dear friend, you and I both know how this is going to end. Take care of her.
Understood.
So you're the one who's in charge of this filth you call an army. How cute.
What happened to you, brother? We trusted you, and this is how you repay your kingdom?
This was never my kingdom, Magnus. My weak ancestors grown fond of this land. So fond that they even got along with your kind. But what Leona is holding is something that is far greater, that can bring potential to this land. And I intend to take it back.
And what would that be?
Power. A distraction, Magnus. You've always been a disappointment. Kill him.
Lucius, get out of here now.
This is how it started. Love turns to hate. Hate turns to anger. And anger turns into revenge. Before creation, there were two entities named Vexus and Vexo. Light and darkness, creation and destruction. Recognizing the two were soul opposites, decides to alliance their power to create a shared universe. Inathus, a world where supernatural creatures and humans live in harmony. Shadowguard, a world where darkness reigns upon the land with various creatures, thirsting for blood and chaos. Both worlds has its rules, but it took one man to break them. And because of Damien's actions, both worlds are now in great danger.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Icky Link, what? Diana, go somewhere, bro. Over here looking at me like I smacked the mess out of you, bro. I smacked the mess out of you. What's going on, chat? Long time no see. And yes, Grave, I do need to make more anime intro. I do. But let's see. But anyway, what's going on, y'all? So we are gonna be doing things, a little different or kind of bring something back. So I am gonna be animating and reacting today. That's all we're gonna be doing for today. I got a new schedule for how I want to do streaming now. So I'm kind of coming back with a better understanding of how I want to kind of operate, because I'm not gonna lie, streaming is hard. It's just kind of keeping, like, the entertainment going, if I'm gonna be really honest with you. But today is gonna be really just be animating and reacting. I got a couple of videos for you guys, so we gonna get into it, So let me see. I gotta actually share my screen because it might be all right, there we go. So, let me see. I'm gonna probably share my screen like this. Right, yeah. Try to. But the thing is, though. I'm sorry, y'all. You're gonna have to probably see the borders because I got like this big monitor now. It's not I still see the borders, but it's all right though. All right, can y'all hear me though? I good? Hello, hello. Yeah. All right, so I'm just doing a little scene for this upcoming film that I am doing with the Fictional Realm Studio. That's me, Grave Fiction, and Eliza. And I'm excited for the project that we are doing, and I'm deciding to do another method, so you just kind of see the behind the scenes of how I'm creating it. So but yeah, so I can give you a little sneak. But we're gonna be, reacting to stuff, and I'm gonna also have something on the side for YouTube. So worry about that. Oh yeah. Um, but yeah, so that's going on. But yeah, let me pull up this this YouTube. I forgot that I had my display on. There we actually do not. and I might not be able to see. Put it. There. Let me see how that looks on close. That's not too bad. All right. Has some. All right, so while I'm picking this, yeah, so the schedule is going to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So today we're just going to be reacting and animating. Then Saturday we're going to be gaming. See, I'm going to be doing a little bit of gaming today. I'll see. I'm most likely going to be, when things are kind of like sorted out later on, we can play for the Kings with the boys. So be on that. But we're going to be reacting to some stuff. First of all, for me not streaming, we always do this thing where my punishment is I have to react to cringe. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. I can already smell the video. I can smell the video already. We got a lot of stuff that we need to react to, so buckle up. All right. All right. Okay. Here we go. Can y'all see? Oh boy, I can already smell. I could smell the video. Let's get into it. Who does this guy think he is?
Kimmy, that's right.
Yeah.
Kimmy, is this your first team retreat?
Oh, no, this is number 5.
Ah, great.
Yes.
Oh.
So much.
Okay, hey, they're having a good time. That's crazy. That's the only gentle thing you did this entire round. In her grass, though? And watch this. Watch this. She's not even gonna back out. She's gonna swerve it around. Watch. Wow. 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 Wow.
Take off your mask. Who are you wearing, Katie? Stella McCarthy, of course. Katie, what did you listen to while getting ready? Myself.
Ain't nothing cringe about that. That's Katy Perry.
Murdered by an assassin. And martyred, really martyred for his beliefs. His wonderful wife, Erica, is with us tonight. Erica, please stand.
She's already standing. Oh my god.
Let's all come together to reaffirm that America is one nation under...
Let's do this. Why don't you step out of the car?
No, what am I stepping out of the car for?
I don't need a reason to ask you to step out.
You do need a reason. You do. What's the reason? What's the reason, though?
That he's scared of me, Mom.
Any of us. That's not what I said.
Oh, he just said he's scared of me.
Wow. 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 Crazy.
Dude, sorry, here. You cannot be putting in my face, bro. You touch me, dog. No, I'm my face, bro. I'm on the wet sand right now, bro.
I'm not in your face. You can't grab my phone, dog.
Dude, I didn't know. Something came in my face out of nowhere. But
This is what I deal with. This is what I deal with. People like this.
seriously.
Just like this.
You came and shoved your phone in my face, bro. You're
No,
lucky I didn't knock you out.
We're talking
Yes,
about
you did. You reached around me from behind my back, dude. I got you on video. You're bro. You're never gonna. You bought a house next to private property.
You touched me, dog.
You bought. No, I didn't touch you. You put your phone in my face.
You hit my phone.
No, I got it right
You
here,
wanna
bro.
be gay?
I got it right here.
You want to be a That's what you want to be. You're the one that did it.
I'm confused on this one.
Hey, this is what I deal with. This is what I deal with.
I've done this before,
so
bro.
we'll have him take it
You've
off.
done it because you don't have enough money to buy property. You bought next to a public property. Look, the public access.
Public access
That's a public
doesn't grant
access.
you public.
No,
public
dude.
peace.
We've all been here for 20 years. You've been here 3. You're done for.
Yeah.
You're done for, bro.
How?
You're done for. You're not
can't
going to
wait
get
till this
privacy.
gets
You'll
out.
never get privacy
I
here.
can't wait till this gets out.
Tat check. Tat check. Trip man, 2 P's.
Ew.
Bleeding sauce on the ass. You know what I'm talking about?
The fuck?
Come on, man. All type of flowers, cause that nigga blooming. My nigga booming today, you know what I'm saying? Got a goddamn monster on my head. What that mean? If you a hater, you gonna have a monster at your head, nigga.
Who the fuck takes their birthday off? Is this like a Gen Z thing?
Okay.
Millennials?
All right.
Who came up with this? I mean, work is work, dude. Wednesday is Wednesday. Fucking lock in.
He was like, I want to be your slave. Call me slave. And I was like, okay. He would say, hi, boob god. Your boobs are so good. You're so perfect. I never asked him about his family. He told me he had a wife and he was married with kids. I just always wondered, like, you know, why is this guy always so lonely in the basement drinking vodka?
What is going on? What is going on?
This is terrible.
Wow.
We can't even open it with you there. That's the crazy part. We can't open it without harming you.
Wow. Wow.
To the very, very few Americans in here, happy Independence Day. To the rest of you, welcome to the greatest country on the face of the planet. And if you disagree, you can leave.
Wow.
To the very, very few Americans
Can you please leave me alone?
I guess. I knew I was gonna find you here one day.
What?
I don't want to talk to you.
You want an email?
No.
I was just gonna be in Dallas for a little bit. I was gonna go back to Austin.
No.
He's really nice. Like I saw him, like looking at me through the window. I thought he was gonna like look kind of mean. But he's really nice.
What the fuck?
He's really nice.
Alright, can you please leave me alone now?
What's going on?
I was going nowhere slowly with a heart.
Oh my gosh, what's going on? What are you doing? Whoa! What the heck? What's going on? He's throwing corn juice! What's going on? They about to tip over the corn! Oh my god, what is going on? Bro, what is going on? Yo, chill. Okay, okay. We're doing good. We're doing good. We're doing good. Okay. Okay. Are we... Man, that was stressful.
Chill. Whoa. Dude, nah. Hey. Come on now. Come on now. Go away. There's another one as well. Come on. Go away. Come on, leave me alone. Go away. Catch up. Catch me. Yes, there we go. Oh my god. Oh my god. 2 in a row. Dude.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Going a little too fast!
Watch this, it's gonna shock.
Oh my god.
You can't stop me! No, my little girl is in there. You're not going past me. You think you can tell me who I am? Move!
It's a really jarring video to watch, but you need to see one more to get the full picture.
Watch this man block the woman's bathroom door so that way a trans woman can't go inside while his wife is in there.
Get out of my way! I'm a woman! I need to use the bathroom! My wife's in there. I'm not letting anyone else in right now. You don't get to tell me where I can go! Move!
They've got the same hair, similar outfits, similar dialogue, same exact setting, and a slightly different story attached to it. So what is going on here? Because I continue to look through these stories of...
I think that's AI. I think that second one was AI. I don't know. That first one, I'm not sure. I don't know. That second one kind of, I think that's AI.
Father stops trans women from going into the bathroom because his wife is there, daughter is there, and there are countless videos that all have the same story but look slightly different. And the answer is this is a coordinated AI disinformation campaign, and you might be smart enough to see through it. but the fact that not everyone is means that this is a tool that will continue to be used to shape public opinion and our society. Share this so people know.
Hey, what happened?
I don't like it. How do you explaining this?
The lightning.
I don't like it.
Yes, I spend $1,600 a month to live in a motel or hotel, and so many people ask me, why don't I just go out and rent an apartment? Well, let me give you some of those reasons. First and foremost, I didn't need $3,000 to $5,000 to move in to hand over to a landlord. I just needed $300 to $500. I didn't have to prove 3 times the amount of rent to move into the motel. I didn't have a security check, background check. These people could care less that I did 16 years in prison in my past. Never once was I asked about a credit score, any prior evictions. I did have to pay a $100 deposit, which it's $400 a week, so I paid a $100 deposit, but that's a whole lot better than paying a first and last month's rent to cover a deposit. I had to show my ID and tell them the make and model of my car. And no, it's not as luxurious as going out and having your own apartment or your own house, but it does work if you don't have a lot of money to move in somewhere and you're looking for a place that you don't have to worry about getting all the utilities turned on. This covered my power, my water, my cable, my trash, internet, even free parking. But if this is something you've been interested in, I share a lot on how this happened, how we got started doing hotel living, and why this works for us. But y'all have a great day. Don't forget, like, share,
I don't know. I don't know how to, like. Why are they making them do this dance? What is this? Huh. Okay. And with no music, it's getting critical. It just, I don't know. Like,
Favorite 3 black people?
Michael B. Jordan.
Okay, why him?
Because he's hot.
Yeah?
And then...
Is that black guys?
No.
No.
I mean, just not my type.
Just him?
Yeah, he's hot. And
one of the good ones.
Yeah. And then, what's the president? Oh, I don't remember. Obama.
Yeah. What's Obama's first name?
Obama.
Okay.
MLK? Martin Luther King Jr.
Who?
Martin Luther King.
Martin
Luther King Jr.
Is it Martha?
Michael.
Michael, yeah.
Yikes.
Michael Luther King.
Yes.
What?
Michael.
That sounds like it got a ring to it.
No, that's
that ain't Michael.
Let's go with it. Michael Luther King Jordan. Okay, and why him? What did he do?
Yeah.
He had a dream.
Yep. Well, about what?
His life.
Yep.
No, wasn't it congregation?
Congregation, girl, y'all are killing it right now. Oh my God. Okay, I'll give it to you. We out.
That was hard to watch. That was hard to watch.
Got all mad at me. She said I'm fired, but she didn't get even more mad because I'm about to do the craziest thing. And she used to be a drug addict, so I asked her if she took her medication or something because why is she getting all mad? Like, bro, calm the fuck down. Saying, have a good day, bye. Like,
what the? Oh my God!
And piracy isn't stealing. If buying isn't owning, then piracy isn't stealing. And if Sony has decided that the only way to buy a game on PlayStation...
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. PlayStation, you're done. You're done. Because physical games have been... First of all, y'all wouldn't be shit without the physical games. So you're just gonna take it away because, oh, I go digital now. Bro, like, come on, bro.
on a monopoly license.
That's why I got my ally.
Where they can revoke that license
I'll pick that over the PlayStation.
When they decide the console generation you play on is outdated and they want to pump up sales on the new generation consoles, then Sony isn't getting another fucking dime of my money, and Jack Sparrow doesn't have jack shit on me. Oh, it's not that big a deal, Luke. Everybody buys their games digital nowadays. Yeah, except for the kid who borrows their games from their buddies at school because their folks can't afford them or borrows them from the library. Except for the middle-class folks who buy their games used because the fucking things are $80 and minimum wage is still...
First of all, shout out to Grave for allowing me to play Last of Us Part 2 because I'm going to be honest, I wasn't going to buy it. So he's the reason why I was able to play the game and experience it. And then, because I was judging it beforehand, but now it's like, okay, I'm seeing a different perspective, but like physical games have a different meaning to it. You trade in for another physical game. You give it to your buddy, let them borrow it, bruh, it's more meaning than a digital game. I'm sorry, like they're taking something that really means something to people. Like, I don't get it. Like, weird.
$7.75 a fucking hour. Except for the single mom who works double shifts all fucking December to buy her kids the games they want and might actually want to see them unwrap them on Christmas Day. Except for all of them. The billion-dollar corporation is not gonna fucking pick you. You don't have to shill so goddamn hard, you bootlicking fuck. Reminder, Sony is the same billion-dollar corporation that bragged about how you could share a disc game between friends when they launched the PS4 because Xbox was going digital. Fuck these corpo rats. Fuck paying $1,000 for a console where you can play an $80 game license they can rip out of your hands at any time for any reason. Fuck these people.
Just keeps getting worse.
I agree. That's not cringe. That's facts.
I was just told that they're planning on implementing this. It's a camera that I guess sits on top of the freaking garbage trucks, and it just scans for permits. And if you have an active permit, and oh my gosh, there's a new window on your house, it looks like you might have replaced your roof. Like, what the fuck? So we have flock cameras that watch your every move. We have data centers that are holding the information, and now we have garbage trucks that are watching our homes for permits. What?
Whoa.
Oh my God. Welcome. Can I interest you in a fur coat from an animal who was caged their entire life and never saw daylight so you could look rich at brunch?
Hey.
These animals are not going to anally electrocute themselves. That's why you need to keep the fur industry alive. Don't worry, like everything is humane and ethically sourced. They were only electrocuted, gassed, and skinned alive, but with standards, of course. Or caught in a trap where they probably languished for days, maybe even chewing off one of their limbs to try and get back to their babies before someone came and snapped their neck. Yeah. So can we interest you in a coat? Because real fur, real suffering. Yeah. You don't want to wear faux. I mean,
it's not going as planned, y'all.
The suffering and the
He's still gonna go for the coat. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm gonna call the cops, right?
I'm on a public street.
No, you are not the property. You are my fucking window. Get out from my window.
I'm helping you, sir.
No, you don't help me. Fuck you.
almost hit me.
Get out of here.
You almost hit that woman.
You were an animal.
I'm wearing an animal. Yeah. Jamie killed a Muppet for that coat. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. This is literally what we get in return for.
Yes, because you're disturbing the peace. What's wrong with you? Get out of here.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, we're calling 911 right now. Call 911. Another fur store. You feel like getting shoved again?
We are in fact sleeping.
What is wrong with people?
Ask me why. Because we don't have a husband to be fighting with. It is because of that. A sleep number bed. When I moved recently, I discovered something while resetting up my bed. To the naked eye, everything looks perfect. There's not a single stain on the mattress itself. This was a really big selling feature to me because it's really cool how you can take apart the bed. This is the underside of the mattress. That's the top side. This is the underside. So again, completely clean. Underneath that top layer is your foam piece. Again, looks perfectly normal. I'm gonna show them why we're sleeping on the couch. When you lift the foam.
Ew.
Oh my God. I believe that's mold. Apparently back in 2005, Sleep Number had complaints about mold growing in beds. How does a mattress grow mold? Let me tell you. Don't touch my dog. Sleep Number essentially is just a glorified air mattress. So you get 2 separate air chambers that are connected to a hose. Oh, look, is that more mold? Awesome. Concept, very cool, which is why they were probably so egregiously overpriced when I bought it back in 2012. The problem is the hoses can leak air. When air leaks, it causes moisture. When that moisture has nowhere to go, it causes mold. Mold of which I have been sleeping on for God only knows how long. It's also very interesting that there is not a single stain on either of the actual air chambers itself, but there is significant mold on the protective layer that goes between the air chamber and what is now the moldy piece of foam. There's the actual moisture inside the hose. All these little white spots or gray spots that you see, that's all mold. Like, this is what they're standing behind. Look at that. That's insane to me. Like, that's inside the hose. Wow. We haven't even gotten to the best part yet. When I called Sleep Number to tell them about this situation, to ask what their solution is, number one, I got told I was a liar and that's not possible. It's not possible for my bed to have mold in it because it's after 2005. I'm sorry, ma'am. Are you looking at my mattress right now? Because I am. Then the solution was, for $575, we can send you a new piece of foam. Like, Sleep Number, you didn't patent foam. I can go up to Home Depot and get a piece of foam. It doesn't fix the problem that my bed has been leaking air, which is causing moisture, which is creating mold. Replacing the foam is not going to fix that problem. So I told Raina, that was her name, that was the girl's name that I spoke to. I told Raina that she can keep her $600 piece of foam and that I'm gonna be going bed shopping this weekend, which I did, and I bought a new bed. Because now that I know it's under there ain't no way in hell I am sleeping on that bed. I'm sorry, no. So basically now, Sleep Number, you've got 2 solutions because we already know how social media works. We already know what's about to happen here. So you can either do one of 2 things. You can reimburse me for the bed that I just bought, and I will take this video down. I will take it down, but it's gonna be about the equivalent of $6,000. I had to buy a new mattress, new frame, new sheets, new bed protector, all the things. I had to replace everything. If you don't,
all right, you're kind of asking for too much. Really just need to go for like the mattress itself,
like any
but
other
okay.
luxury brand would do.
Go crazy.
Then, if your name is Morgan & Morgan, please contact me. I would love to talk to you about what we can do because this is not okay. Also, from a consumer standpoint, be very, very, very cautious before you buy a Sleep Number bed or any competitor style Sleep Number bed that would have an air chamber to fluctuate on either side, because if it can happen to this bed, it can happen to any bed. I'd also just like to say for the record, I do not like making videos like this. I don't. But when a brand, especially a brand that sells themselves as luxury, does not stand behind their product, and it could essentially affect people's health, that is when I have a problem with it, because you didn't even try to fix the problem. You tried to fix the surface level problem by selling me a piece of foam for $575. You didn't even offer to give me any sort of credit towards buying a new bed to really fix the problem. Your solution was, for $575, we'll send you a new piece of foam. Not even worried that this could probably happen again because it's the same air chamber. It's the same tubing. It's the same everything else. Then that just makes me think, are people's children sleeping on a Sleep Number bed and this is happening to their bed? Are people's elderly grandparents or parents sleeping on beds like this? Like, not cool, Sleep Number, not cool. Stand behind your product, stand behind your brand, do the right thing. And to everybody out here watching this, you know what to do. Let's go ahead and tag Sleep Number. Let's get there.
Did Taylor Swift invite the head of an ICE detention center to her wedding? There's a lot of viral TikToks and posts going around with this framing. One post alone has 1.2 million likes. Another claims she invited an ICE prison officer. There's an endless amount of posts with that same man who runs an ICE detention center line. So let's get into the facts for anyone who actually wants the context. The man they're talking about is Stephen J. Demetrio. But why was he there? Taylor and Travis invited over 1,000 people to their wedding. Taylor had talked about last last year how they were going to basically invite everyone they've ever met and talked to throughout their entire lives. Now, this man, who we'll get into his entire background in a second, he was invited because he's the adoptive father of Reggie King, Travis's childhood best friend. So this wasn't an invite on Taylor's side, nor was it some like political dog whistle. Reggie King is a longtime childhood friend of Travis Kelce's, who grew up in the foster care system and was adopted by that man you're all freaking out over at 14, and he's still very involved in helping kids who are in the foster care system. And he's not some evil MAGA villain. He's on the board of the Juvenile Justice Initiative in Illinois, which is a nonprofit focused on racial equity, human rights, restorative justice, detention reform, and alternative to locking up kids. It's an organization trying to keep Black and brown kids from getting swallowed up by the juvenile system. Now, before we get into this one guest who was invited on the groom's side out of 1,000 people, let's look at who was there for the bride. Muna members were there. Lucy Dacus was there. Haley Kiyoko was there.
I'm skipping, guys. I'm skipping. Golly, this is just...
He works on the corporate company called Northern Supplement. This year,
you're still going? You're still going?
Run and targets
okay, finally, that
like you don't really. Sam's Club canceled our order 3 different times, so we are in this teeny tiny little town in the mountains, and we're gonna try and hopefully get all of our groceries for the next 4 days. This is so small town vibes. It's not even funny.
What?
I have a feeling this is not gonna be good news. We don't even have a car. This is a simulation.
What, bro?
Here we go, I guess.
There's really people like this?
You do need a melon? I'm just sitting here laughing.
For what? What is funny?
I'm just sitting here laughing. Their fruit does not look good.
Bitch, get your food and get out the store. You're pissing me off. You think everything is fucking funny just because you go into a small town grocery store? Oh my gosh, bro. There's really people like this. It's pissing me off.
Maybe I'll just do these. Aaron, I know, needs some stuff for his salads. At this point, I'm just grabbing shit.
Just put them in the...
I'm like, low-key, we should just order out, because this is crazy. I don't see any 100% beef. This is absolutely insane. Lauren and I literally just keep saying we're fucking mad at Sam's Club. I feel like I'm in a simulation right now.
Oh, shut up. Golly.
That's fine. Aaron needs them for a salad too. You're good. Okay, I'm seeing ribeye or strip. You like ribeye or strip better? This is crazy.
Alright. What the fuck? So this one, we gotta lock in on this one. Because oh boy. Oh boy. You know what I'm saying? It's about to get critical. It's about to get hella critical for no. We here. Alright. Let's look at this Shrek 5 teaser trailer. I've seen like stills and images and stuff, but I never just sat down and watched this. Let's alright.
Once upon a time, a hideous ogre and a delusional donkey embarked on a journey to the magical city of further away.
Oh my God, it's happening. It's really happening. Do you know what that means? I need a makeover. Get my arms yoked and my back jacked, my ass added, maybe even tighten up my badonkadonk.
No, definitely not.
So what you're saying is the second donkey off on another...
No, don't say it.
Two stalwart friends.
That's not what this is.
On a whirlwind
donkey.
Big city.
Oh, I'm caked up like a friggin' bakery.
Adventure.
What?
Wanna date a snowman?
What?
You really can't help yourself, can you?
Hell to the no, I can't. Shrek and Donkey, two stalwart friends off on another whirlwind big city adventure. Oh, this is bad. and the fool could see there was something in everything about you. Roxanne!
Donkey! Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play.
この世界の構造はとても
Okay,
複雑で
okay. Oh my gosh. Like, why is why is everything getting overly animated? Shrek was never that overly animated. It was a clean art, like 3D style that they did, and it wasn't too like over. This feels like over the top. It feels like what they did with SpongeBob. Like they're over animating it to make it like, oh, like what are you doing? What are you doing? Kingdom Hearts 4. I did see a little bit of the clip, but we're gonna see like the whole thing and see what's going on. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna get back into it because I am losing a lot of lore. And I want to be prepared. I know it's going to be a while until we get this, but this gives us time to do the marathon. So, yeah, let's see what they do.
この世界の構造はとても複雑で
And I'm going to start on the animation soon. I just need to get like the important videos out.
存在しなかったでもそれを定義するものがこの世界に来たことでこの世界にも私たちの定義する闇が現れた
Okay, that's my boy! Bruh. Wow. Wow. This, oh man, I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait. Oh my god. Oh, he's going crazy. Wow, man. Wow. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Bro. Ah! I don't know what to get it on. I don't trust it on I don't trust getting it on PlayStation. I might get it on Steam. I might get it on Steam. Ah, man. All right, let's see what else we have.
Once upon a time, a hideous ogre and a delusional dog.
We can look at this, and then we can start animating.
The land of Spider-Man concept art is one of the most fascinating topics I've covered on the channel. It's really neat to see how the live-action designs we see on screen could have looked like. In a lot of cases, the concept art gives us a look at what would have been a much better design, but in most cases, it's for the worse. The only word I can really use to describe all of this is bizarre. Today, I want to focus on the MCU Spider-Man's concept art. To start off, let us take a gander at this particular design from Far From Home. To be honest, it's not actually that bad. Maybe I'm just desensitized to seeing horrific concept art, but this definitely isn't the worst thing to come out of Ryan Meanderding's inconsistent brain. This is very obviously a concept for Spider-Man's upgraded suit, one of the only good MCU Spider-Man suits. It could have been much worse, as this design shows us. With these upgraded suit concepts, you'll notice a theme of blending in nanotech with a fabric costume, something that was later
That is disgusting.
For the integrated suit.
That's why I don't like the integrated suit. That is disgusting. That is so disgusting. That is gross. That is unbelievably gross. Unacceptable, man. The first one I can let slide, maybe, but that's horrible. That's disgusting.
Nanotech with a fabric costume, something that was later attempted for the integrated suit. This design in particular adds these ugly bronze metal pieces, which is very strange. I don't think of this "I need to wash my costume because I shat myself" shade of brown really works on this design. It's placed in really strange ways too. This one honestly isn't the worst thing I've ever seen, but it's just pretty ugly. This next one is... What the freak? Is that supposed to be Mysterio? What kind of crack-induced animal thought this would be a good idea? I guess we can just move on.
What the
Oh, this one's actually pretty good. This art is clearly based on a concept by David Williams from 2001. I think the Stark Shoots web shooter design looks really cool in red. It works very nicely on this design, accompanied by red cartridges in the belt. As you can see, there's a plethora of lines and details running throughout the fabric. For some reason, I feel like Spider-Man's costume would look similar to this in that era where live-action superheroes wore leather instead of their real costumes. I don't have much to say about this one since it remains pretty faithful to Williams' design, so let's move on to the next one. I can actively feel my serotonin depleting. This is genuinely even worse than the Iron Spider, and you guys know how much I hate that design. I'm so happy that the final upgraded suit wasn't anything like this. Every spot on this suit has like 50 lines on it for no reason. This is an abhorrent abomination. Making a Spider-Man suit this terrible needs to actually be studied. Okay, the color palette isn't actually that bad, but it's so muted that everything looks like it's been dipped in swamp water repeatedly. Not that the saturation slider would really help, seeing as how this design tries to blend the nanotech with the Stark Suit's design in the most unappealing way possible. You realize that the Iron Spider is already based on that design, right? That's like getting a chocolate cake, putting an overbaked red velvet cake on top, and then, only then, mixing in a nasty swamp cake and then expecting me to like it. There's a second spider hidden within the main one. Literally why? I think I've said my piece. This thing is overstuffed and ugly. We're not off to a great start, Ryan, but let's see if you can impress us with your next piece. Wait, this is real? We actually almost got a live-action Spider-Man suit with Steve Ditko-inspired iconography? Well, it's not that hard to mess up the classic suit, but this is genuinely really good. It bears all the same hallmarks of the MCU Spider-Man formatting, like these cuts in the red sections. I'm quite fond of the more cartoony look of the spider emblems. I do understand why this probably wouldn't be popular among the general audience though. One day it was just randomly decided that Spider-Man's emblem should look sharp and menacing for some reason. Realistically, this logo is probably not as marketable as something like this, but even still, I think it's very cool. This might be one of the most interesting picks on the list. This is concept art from Spider-Man No Way Home for the black suit. Obviously, this suit didn't appear in the film, so I guess this was just done for the sake of it. The logo is not bad.
But I'm glad that they're going for the classic look.
There's no hand patches, so it's safe to assume it's inspired by Ultimate Spider-Man's black suit. I really hope they don't give him the same lenses.
Yes, it is, bro. They go for guys. If they go for the purple, I'm gonna pass out. If they go for the purple, I'm passing out.
We have this odd-looking one with white eyes and a gold spider for some reason.
Because black and purple, I like. Even if you even if you make the purple like the highlight or whatever, bro. Oh man.
Another Mysterio? Why are these all so bad? This looks so stupid.
It's like the fucking Hulkbuster.
Oh. This one's actually not terrible. It might feel familiar to the first design we looked at today, and it's going for the same idea of blending two suit ideologies.
If that was the integrated suit, I would have been fine.
I would have actually preferred this over the integrated suit we got.
Oh, yeah,
There are gold elements on the suit that take a bit of a backseat, acting as the accent color. Thin gold stripes line the outside of the red sections, although for some reason not the bottom half. This glove design is quite intriguing, as those of you with a keen eye will recognize these from the merchandise version of the integrated suit. I say merchandise version because the marketing used a slightly different version of the design. I think it's safe to say they probably wanted to do the integrated suit a lot sooner. I'm sure glad that didn't happen. This next piece is probably my favorite. It shows a plethora of different lens designs for Spider-Man's final swingsuit. We start off with the familiar Romita-inspired shape that has been on all the suits. Next is this more Raimi-inspired shape that's much sharper. It's pretty neat, although not my favorite. This next one seems to be inspired by the David Williams design. I'm not sure the all-black lenses would have worked well for this Spider-Man, but it's cool to see they thought about them. The next lenses are inspired by the work of Todd McFarlane, one of the most beloved Spider-Man artists of all time. These eyes seem to have a reflective sheen to them, which I really like. In my opinion, this is pretty much the perfect Spider-Man lens shape. As you can see, they also made the web pattern much more dense. Lastly are some lenses inspired by Mark Bagley, which I like equally as much. Frankly, I really wish they just went with one of these. But they probably found MCU Spider-Man's original lenses to be too synonymous with his identity, which I find kind of dumb. This piece is also concept art for the final swingsuit, which sports a unique looking logo that I like a lot. Something about it feels very modern and fresh. I honestly wish they went with this one instead of the logo we got. Throughout a lot of this No Way Home concept art, you probably noticed a shade of blue on Spider-Man's costume. It's only visible toward the edges, where in the middle it appears black. I think it's a really neat way to bring the comic artwork to life. Although this isn't really possible using the fabric we have today, I think someday in the future we might be able to revisit this idea again. In my opinion, I think they should have just gone with velvet fabric, which achieves a very similar vision. but they opted to go with a regular shiny blue fabric instead, which as you know, I'm a big fan of. These next few are from Spider-Man Homecoming. This one is a concept for the homemade suit. This version bears a strong resemblance to the Nicholas Hammond suit. To be honest, I wish we got this one instead of the final homemade suit. I especially like the chunky web shooters.
Oh man, that would have been. Oh man, that I would pick this over the homemade suit. That is a really good design. Wow, I wouldn't have been mad because that. Okay, he gets rid of the the Stark Tech suit. Okay, cool. That is amazing. I really wish we did have that. Wow. Wow, that's a good.
With a lighter blue. Moving on, we
wow,
have
that's a good suit.
That I assume
oh
is
my
Stark
gosh.
Suit. The blue is very light, which to be honest, I'm not really a fan of here.
Ew.
It also
that
features
is ugly.
blue palms, which I think are pretty neat.
They're doing too much. They're doing too much.
This one's not very
They're
good,
doing.
interesting
They're
ways.
doing way
this
too
one
much.
appears to be a recolor, opting for black instead of light blue. This fits the design much better.
Yeah.
Also seems
black
to be a different shape
works
as well.
with that,
Where
but
have
not
I
blue.
seen this before? Why does this emblem keep popping up everywhere? Anyway, I think the shoulder straps branching out into the torso section is pretty cool. I don't have much else to add, so let's move forward. This art I find very interesting. It shows us a potential look at a more comic-inspired version of the Iron Spider suit. The lenses are small and thin, and you can see gold elements on the wrists and ankles just like the comic version. There's also these really thick spider arms in the back. I think this one is pretty cool, although I'd like to see the design from the front. This art is from all the way back in 2014. Was this movie actually in production for that long? That's around the same time TASM 2 came out. Looks like this version of Spider-Man has been around a lot longer than I thought. This last piece is... oh my.
Wow.
This version of the Stark suit seems
What
very
the-
inspired by the TASM 1 suit. Very suspiciously so. I imagine the designer probably didn't focus too much on the costume, seeing as how the centerpiece of this artwork is the cargo ship being split in half before our very eyes. But this suit is not that bad. It's pretty strange, but it seems like a simplified version of what came before. The color palette is super drab, which as you can imagine I find very ugly. Well, with that, I think we've had enough of MCU Spider-Man's weird concept art. A lot of it is very questionable, but some of it is actually quite interesting and fresh. I think I have a newfound respect for Ryan Meinerding's work. Not all of these are his creation, but the ones that are seem to be pretty inspired.
I like
I'm
that.
glad he wasn't afraid to try something new. Granted, a lot of these designs were actual garbage, but when he cooked, he cooked. And let us not
That
forget,
was me.
because of him we have the Stark suit and the upgraded suit, some of the MCU Spider-Man's best designs. I can't wait to see all the concept art for the brand new Day suit. It'll definitely be a while before that receives an art book of sorts. If you'd like to support me and help keep the channel afloat, you can join the channel membership to receive access to lots of cool stuff. For my tier 2 members, I post concept art of my own for my book series.
Shout out to him. See what else. Give me 1 second, check. Gotta get some drink. All right. Let's see what's next. So, apparently, NPC Miles has been crashing out over not going in the stream to you.
And God, nigga, you know they gonna troll worse, bro. You know they gonna. Oh, you ain't making it in the stream of you? Damn, this nigga ain't making it in the Clover Boys, and he ain't making it in the stream of you. Damn, you ain't living in the mansion, bro. What happened? God don't fuck. These niggas don't fuck with you. God damn, bro. Fuck, man. if I don't get into fucking streaming you, God, bro, if I don't get into fucking streaming you game, bro, I'm finna break in that bitch or something, nigga. You finna let me in there, bro. You finna give me a chance to be me, bro. You finna get to know the real fucking me, nigga. Tired of this shit, bro.
NPC Miles Morales might genuinely be having a mental breakdown over Streamer University. And honestly, I don't even know what to think anymore because this whole situation has just been sad to watch unfold. Now, if you don't know who NPC Miles Morales is, he's basically the guy that blew up doing those NPC live streams on TikTok where he'd act like a video game character for hours while people spammed GIFs. It sounds ridiculous because it was, but somehow it worked. The guy got millions of followers doing it, eventually started getting opportunities in streaming. Kai Cenat noticed him, put him on Mafiathon, and for a while it looked like everything was finally coming together. Fast forward to Streamer University, and this dude wanted in more than almost anybody else. Just look at some of these clips.
Nigga, I got niggas coming up to me talking about some twerk for the roses, Miles. Like I'm pussy or something, bro. Like I'm trying to be known as me, bro. Leak, bro. I'm trying to be known as me, like a game.
Well, what do you expect?
I roll, bro. If I get eyes on me again, I'll go crazy. I eyes on me before I went crazy, bro. That's it. Bro, on God, this is why I don't talk to y'all in this community, bro. This is why I don't fuck with this community, bro. This is why I don't fuck with y'all niggas, bro.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If people was to say, hey, aren't you Spider-Man? Spider-Man from YouTube. I would have been totally fine. I ain't gonna hold you. You can call me Spider-Man for the rest of your life. You can call me Ben 10, Sonic, whatever. I don't get it.
Y'all can dead ass.
You painted the picture though.
Niggas watch me, bro, but not tuning into the Switch, bro. 1,000 niggas watching me, but ain't nobody dropping a sub, ain't nobody fucking showing love, bro. Y'all niggas steady be in my stream talking about some, why don't you express yourself? Why don't you talk about real shit, bro? Talk about this, talk about that. And when I talk about this, bro, y'all be trolling. Y'all dead ass be trolling me, bro, all the fucking time, bro. I'm tired of, bro, what's wrong with my community, gang? For what? And Kai, nigga, you know they finna troll worse, bro. You know they finna, oh, you ain't making it in the stream of you? Damn, this nigga ain't making it in the Clover Boys, and he ain't making it in the stream of you. Damn, you ain't living in the mansion, bro? What happened? Kai don't fuck, these niggas don't fuck with you. God damn, bro. Fuck, man. 10,000 subs every night, bro. I help you get to 1 million fucking subs, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. If I don't get into fucking streaming you, God, bro, if I don't get into fucking streaming you game, bro.
What was that? I just realized what did I just hear?
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. If I don't get into fucking streaming you, God, bro, if I
Was that a cha-ching? Oh. Huh.
If I don't get into fucking streaming you game, bro, I'm finna break in that bitch or something, nigga. You finna let me in there, bro. You finna give me a chance to be me, bro. You finna get to know the real fucking me, nigga. Tired of this shit, bro.
Like seriously, he wasn't just applying because everyone else was. You could tell this was the opportunity he thought was finally gonna change everything for him. He talked about it nonstop, campaigned for it, streamed about it, and was basically begging Kai to give him another chance. Then the list came out, and his name wasn't on it. Now obviously people are gonna be disappointed when they don't get accepted. That's completely normal. Thousands of creators applied, and most of them didn't make it. But Miles took this to a completely different level. I'll let you watch what happened.
Oh my God! I didn't make it, nigga! I didn't make it! I didn't make it, nigga!
It's always next year. Next year, nigga, you're fucked. Run your fucking clout up, nigga. Get your money up, nigga. You a bitch. Yo, whoa. Get your shit up, nigga.
It'd be funny, you know. What if I did change my mind about going to stream with you next year? That'd be funny. That'd be funny.
Always next year. Always next year, gang. Keep working.
Yo.
Baby, I didn't make it.
No.
I didn't make it.
Brother, this guy stinks!
I just want to say, bro, I'm sorry, bro. Everybody who thought I would get in, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all, bro. I love y'all, bro. We didn't make it in, but
If I don't get into streamer university, I'm not crying over it. Just keep streaming. Just keep streaming. Just keep streaming.
we finna just go use this shit as motivation, my nigga. This shit finna be mad.
I find it
fucking
crazy that
motivation,
with
bro.
his name
We
is
finna go
Malik,
hard this
I'm
shit.
Malik.
We finna go crazy.
Both like
You
Spider-Man,
know, shout out to
but I'm gonna be
everybody
honest. He likes
who
Miles.
did get in the streamer
The
unit,
red,
and it's finna go
red
crazy,
and
it's finna
blue
take off, bro. I know y'all finna take off.
is the
And-
original and always gonna
I
be
know
goated.
I
So
be
forever
back and
mine.
forth with this
So
whole, I
sorry.
wanna be me shit. I wanna do this shit, and I be doing this, bro. But it's like real shit, bro. I know I don't get paid to be me, bro. I don't get paid to be me, bro. I know that Spider-Man shit pays, bro. So realistically, if I don't get paid to be me, bro, I know that like I just gotta do everything, bro. I gotta do everything. All right, I gotta stream, bro. I got a YouTube. I got a TikTok, NPC, bro. I got an Instagram, bro. I gotta do everything, bro. I gotta be everywhere, bro. And we going up, bro. We using this shit as mad motivation, bro. You know what I'm saying? And for I'm sorry I had to end the stream like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I apologize. I had to get off, bro. But I needed a moment, gang. I need a moment, bro. But we finna be mad different, bro. I'm finna be moving mad different.
Bro, I'm not even trying to clown him, but this is exactly why people have a hard time taking creators seriously sometimes. You're telling me this grown man is acting like his entire life is over because he didn't get into a 3-day creator event? And don't get me wrong, Streamer University is a huge opportunity. We've already seen people completely change their careers after getting invited. But acting like your content career is officially finished because you didn't get accepted is just insane, especially when you remember who we're talking about. This is literally the same guy Kai already gave one of the biggest opportunities imaginable. He got put on Mafiathon, was in front of tens of thousands of viewers every day, gained a massive audience, and even got gifted a car. That's more help than 99.9% of small creators will ever receive. So at some point you have to stop blaming opportunities and start asking what happened after you got them. Because opportunities can open the door, but they can't make people stick around. And I think that's been Miles' biggest problem. People loved NPC Miles Morales. They weren't nearly as interested in Malik. The second he stopped doing the Spider-Man NPC character and tried to just be himself on stream, his viewership started dropping. That's not me hating, that's literally what happened. He even admitted himself that being Spider-Man is what pays the bills. So now he's stuck in this really weird
if I could be
position where
Spider-Man,
he wants people to like him for who he actually is, but the audience he built only knows him for the character. That's honestly a tough spot to be in, but crashing out because you didn't get into Streamer University isn't going to fix that.
Oh, now this, man, before we get into this, bro, first of all, let's get this out of the way. Prayers to Long Beach Griffey. When I first seen this, I thought it was fake. But it's the fact that, bro, wow, man. And the first thing he does, I don't even know why I messed up there. The first thing he does is do a skit. Freshly out of the hospital or still in the hospital, what does he do? He puts on, he does a fucking skit. He's in it. He's in it. He's in it to win it, bro. You can't even knock it. You can't even knock it. You can't even knock it.
Hey, you got a call. You got a call.
Are you done?
Nah. Here you go though. Here.
Hello? Where the hell your ass at?
I'm in the hospital getting surgery.
To do all that shit?
Or an accident?
Yes.
was unconscious, man.
Huh.
No excuses.
I need to heal, bro. I need to heal. I gotta go. I gotta go home. Can I get a discharge? Discharge papers.
Jesus. But shout out to him. I'm still glad he's here with us, man. Scary thing, man. Car accidents, man. That's car. Whew, you know. I'm so glad he's here with us. So here we are. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've watched the Batman more than 10 times because it's something I don't know why, but this version of Batman, it was different. It felt like the newer comic book. You know, it felt like a detective movie. The other ones, I mean, Michael Keaton's felt like the comic Batman. The Dark Knight felt like a realistic Batman. This felt like it was a mixture of both with a little more inspiration for like Batman Year One. I'm gonna be honest, like it's so peak. It's so peak. It's nice. I watched it like at least 12 times. Now we got the Batman Part 2. We have a teaser, and we're gonna analyze it as well. It's snowing. It gotta be Mr. Freeze. Oh my gosh. Bro, the ears got longer. The ears got longer. The ears got longer, bro. Look at that. Hold on. See if we can get it full. All of it in frame. Can I get all in frame? Okay, there it is. Bro, you can't tell me that, bro. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be. Oh man, it's gonna be so lit. It's gonna be so lit. It's gonna be so lit. He has longer ears, bro. If you remember, it was like short medium. It was short medium ears, but you could tell that it got, bro. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see the rest. And it seems like that the cape is over the suit now. Oh man. So peak. And then the symbol. Oh, that is peak. That is, oh man. That's like mid bat flight. Like that's like, and like that. Like it's like, oh man, that's cool. And this is when you just don't, what the fuck? Motherfucker. February 18th, 2028. Keep taking it away from me. It's been fucking years. We need a Batman movie. It needs to be a balance. A Spider-Man movie and a Batman movie. A Spider-Man movie and a Batman movie. A Spider-Man movie and a Batman movie. It needs to be balanced, and you're messing up the balance. The aliens are coming. Oh. All right, let's see what else we got next. What we got next? Oh, Wolverine. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get to it. Ooh.
It's all started to blur together. Every fight. Every death.
Mmm. Mmm. Mmm.
I can feel it slipping away.
Mmm. 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 Ooh. Ooh. Is that Lady Deathstrike? Oh shit!
When that's gone, there won't be anything left except rage.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I am here for it.
Not this time, bonehead. It had something to do with the contents of your skull.
Oh, my back. Oh, my back. All right. Oh, my bad, chap.
This is a twist. Look who suddenly developed a backbone. I've developed a lot more than a backbone. Just being myself. I'm not gonna listen to any more of this. Why is everybody getting on my case today?
Ink.
The Jolly Grey Giant. He's back. Time to take care of unfinished business. A little far from the zoo, aren't you? This'll be over when you tell me where that Prometheum X is. Look, Hornhead. I'm not going around in circles with you all night. I want an answer. Now! I just rewrote the rules. Now who are you working for? And I'm just getting warmed up. The ride ends when you tell me where the Prometheum X is. Well, that's too bad, big boy. For you.
All right, I give up. Rather go to jail than to be a snitch.
Who said anything about jail?
Huh?
He was not playing around.
I don't get it.
You will. It's like this. I'm through with not getting what I want.
What are you doing? I told you, I give up.
That's funny. I give up too. I give up trying to be a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
He was not playing around.
Can't I? You boneheads can't catch me. Not while this suit makes me stronger and faster than you. Blast Jameson and his stupid reward. He's got the whole world after me for something I didn't do. I can hardly move without somebody wanting a piece of me. Don't you yahoos get it? The Black Spider-Man is unbeatable! Nice try, little man. My turn. of all my troubles. You did a job, all right. On me, Spider-Man.
Think you can hide in some cockamamie new costume?
I've got nothing to hide, especially from a couple of second-rate hacks like you. But you do. If you don't call off that reward, I'm gonna... I can't, not yet. There's some things I have to take care of first.
Get rid of it!
I need it. Now for a little game of hide and seek. I figure Brock's hidden that film of the rhino in here somewhere, and I'm gonna find it. Now Mr. Brock will learn a serious lesson about the dangers of lying. What's this, a fight? And nobody invited me. Reasonable advice. But I haven't had much use for reason lately. How about I follow you instead? Shocker. Which door did you use?
He does not care. He does not care.
Old Spidey talking. Since I got my new suit, I get invited to all the best parties. Don't go. This party's just getting rolling. So now I'm supposed to come running when you call? This is for John, old man, not for you. I'm getting real tired of cleaning up your messes, Jameson. And I'm gonna tear you limb from limb.
Oh yeah, he's not playing.
Let's get this over with.
This was Crash Out Spidey at its finest.
I said, come on. Forget him. You're not done yet with me. Surprise, shocker? Let me tell it to you straight. I am invincible. Get back here, shocker.
Wow.
You can't escape me! I'll chase you to the ends of the earth! Hey, what are you... What good are those blasters to you now? I'm gonna save you for dessert. And you're the main course. The check's in the mail, baby! Oh, what are you No, I give up. Come on. You're supposed to be the good guy. You can't do this. Why not? I have the power.
If I can use the ooze to help more people as Spider-Man, and not incidentally earn a bit more photo money as Peter Parker, then maybe it's okay that I sort of unintentionally stole the slime from the Connors lab. And maybe it's better for everyone if I don't return it. Of course, it's not really my call. The one and only. Got it. What are you doing? You tell the truth and they'll take the suit away. And you need its power. Oh, great.
That is what I love about Spectacular Spider-Man. They always have this symbiote like growing and fully like, oh man, it was so cool.
Take my mind off my troubles. Jonah, you're calling to yell at me for not getting pics of those bozos beating me up. That we don't need. Spidey stopped Sinister Six. Photos by Peter Parker. I don't remember any of this. It's like I slept through the whole fight. This wasn't me wearing the suit. This was the suit wearing my body. This alien, it's some kind of symbiote. Still, what do we care? The Six were put down hard. Parker gets paid for the photos. What else matters? I need to see my aunt. Help. Help. It's a good one. How exactly do you plan on helping? Do my homework? Maybe lower my GPA? Or borrow my camera, take some Spidey pics? Because I do need the money. I got some humongous hospital bills to pay. They can keep their help. And their sympathy. And what am I even doing here? We don't need friends. We need money. And more than that skinflint Jameson would ever fork over. He's not the only game in town. Sure, Toomey. I've proven my point. Which is? That I can still take anything you can dish. Which leaves only one question. That job offer's still on the table. Deal? Deal. Shut it! We're tired of your whining. Shove off, Brock. Permanently. Gwen. Oh, crud. What does she want with us now? Forget it. she and Brock can attend a Pete Such a Disappointment dance together. Don't push me, Eugene. What about the battle with the Sinister Six? Stop, Pete. Come on. You're overreacting. The suit, the symbiote, it's made life better. And there's no one else we need. Not MJ, not Gwen. In anger, you sought to hurt us. Instead, you've made us stronger. We shall demonstrate. We didn't hurt Uncle Ben. The world took him away from us. The world takes everything we love. There's no one you can trust, Peter Parker. No one except us. Join with us. Make our bond permanent. Together, nothing can stop us. And everything we ever wanted will be ours. We don't need you anymore, old man. Pretty words. But what good do they do? We still went to the venue. We still let the cat burglar go. He came down to take this car and took Ben away from us. This proves your point. No one's denying the great work we've done. But how are we repaid? We have no money, no girl, no real friends. None, that is, save us. You cannot reject what you already are. We have taken root in Peter Parker. Mind, body, and soul. Why bother struggling? There's no place you can hide. This isn't over. You will be ours. Don't think so, symbiote. I know what you are now, and what you need. You feed off of negative emotions. But right now, I'm starving you out. Stop! Don't do this! We only want to help you! Be with you! Sorry, Simbi. I know this must hurt. But we're just no good together. Consider yourself dumped.
What the fuck? That's how you start a video?
Yes.
That's insane.
With nipples. Very nice. In 1997, Batman and Robin came out and turned the biggest superhero on Earth into a neon fever dream. The film was colorful, stylish, inappropriately erotic, and painfully unfunny.
Tonight's forecast. A freeze is coming.
It's gone down as one of the worst blockbusters in movie history.
If there's anybody watching this that went into Batman and Robin with great anticipation, if I disappointed them in any way, then I really want to apologize, because it wasn't my intention. My intention was just to entertain them.
Warner Brothers suffered so much financial damage that
Hold
they
on,
were
chat.
terrified to even mention Batman for years. But once they finally listened to reboot pitches, what they heard terrified them even more.
Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
Picture Clint Eastwood as Bruce Wayne.
You're kidding me.
Now make him homeless. Put him on the streets of Tokyo. Call it Gotham anyway. Remove Alfred. Replace him with Big Al, a black mechanic who takes Bruce in after his parents get shot. The concept felt like Taxi Driver in a batsuit.
You talking to me? Well, then who the hell else are you talking? You talking to me?
It came from the mind of the guy who made that 2-hour drug ad. But even Darren Aronofsky himself knew it would never work.
I don't think I was the right guy at the right time. It was rated R. It was definitely, I think, a whole world of superhero films had to first come out to scrape the bottom of that barrel before they would go to rated R films like some of the later ones.
Who knows? Kids buy Batman toys. Studios love Batman toys. Studios don't like R-rated Batman movies about a half-insane street vigilante raised by a mechanic.
Nobody eats that shit.
Other names floated in. The Wachowskis even worked on their own take for a bit, then walked away to make the Matrix sequels. So Batman dropped right back into developmental hell, and he might have stayed there if not for Troy. Yes, that Troy. Brad Pitt in sandals. Legolas without a bow. Somehow, that movie ended up saving Batman.
Sometimes you have to serve in order to lead.
Back in 2002, Wolfgang Peterson had just made Air Force One and The Perfect Storm, so Warner Brothers handed him almost $200 million without even blinking. He was deep into prepping when he suddenly decided to jump ship to work on Batman vs. Superman. That left the studio holding an empty director's chair for Troy, and here comes Christopher Nolan. Fresh off Insomnia, he came fully approved by Al Pacino and Robin Williams. The Warner folks took a risk on the promising young director and trusted him with Troy. Nolan spent months prepping and was all set to shoot. But then, Peterson's superhero movie failed. He wanted to make a retired Batman clash with a divorced Superman in a dark, R-rated, blood-splashing gore fest, which is predominantly the reason this and previous reboots got canceled. Peterson didn't take no lightly. He demanded Troy back, effectively firing Nolan from his big break. So, how did Warner smooth things over with Nolan? They offered him the opportunity to reboot Batman. Because nothing has ever gone wrong with that idea, right?
Have no fear of it. I'll keep all my wits about me.
Luckily for Warner Brothers, Nolan didn't want either the nipples from the 90s or a bloodfest. He wanted to take another crack at what he had already proven he was good at, a psychological crime thriller. But there was one issue. Nolan wasn't a comic book guy.
I've always been a big fan of the character, but I am by no means any kind of comic book expert. I felt I needed a writer on the project who really knew the character inside out, really knew the comic world.
Warner hired David
my bad,
Goyer,
Chad.
the screenwriter who practically invented the dark comic book movie with The Crow and Blade.
You might like it.
I remember telling my mother when I was a kid that I was going to go to Hollywood one day and do a Batman film. And in a way, I'd been waiting my whole life for this call.
Along with production designer Nathan Crowley, they locked themselves inside Nolan's actual garage, hammering out the story and posting concept art to the walls.
It was in August in LA in the garage with the washing machines, so we had to take the day off when the cleaner came around because they'd leave the dryers on and get way too hot.
7 weeks later, in that same garage, they hosted a meeting with the studio Fat Cats to read the single physical copy of the script.
After we finished the script, no photocopies were made for the executives at Warner Brothers. They came to Chris's house and sat in that same garage. They brought in some couches and read the script there.
Why in the garage? I mean, if you've heard about how analog Nolan is, you haven't heard the half of it. The guy is borderline paranoid, refuses to use a smartphone, and doesn't even have a personal email. But the bosses tolerated it, and for good reason. Nolan solved the very problem the previous guys couldn't. The story was intense and mature, but it avoided any hint of an R rating. Nolan explained that he didn't want to shut out the 10-year-old kids. He wanted to make the kind of film he would have obsessed over at that age.
The origin story had never been addressed on film, or really even in the comics. That is to say, there isn't really a single definitive account of Bruce Wayne's journey to becoming Batman. You have these sort of fascinating gaps, like the idea that he leaves Gotham as a young man and travels the world for 7 years. But it's not really detailed as to what he's doing and who he meets.
I get that. And Nolan made an amazing movie with Batman Begins. Like, that was a Batman movie. I love that movie. I love that more than The Dark Knight. I'm sorry.
$1 million. But immediately, the studio panics. They just gave a fortune to an indie director, and they wanted a guaranteed box office draw. Their brilliant idea for the lead? Ashton Kutcher.
Shut up, dude!
Seriously, Nolan is trying to build a gritty, psychological noir, and the executives want the guy from Punk'd in the Batsuit.
What? Because why not? We can.
Nolan put his foot down. He convinced them that a comedy actor would kill the movie's tone on day one. The studio backed off, and one of the wildest casting searches in Hollywood history began. They looked at everyone from veteran David Duchovny to a young kid named Heath Ledger. Ledger and Nolan actually talked it out and agreed Bruce Wayne just wasn't the right fit for him. They shook hands and promised to find something else to work on down the road.
I'm a man of my word.
Nolan narrowed the list down to 6 guys. You had Goyer's personal favorite, Jake Gyllenhaal. You had Henry Cavill, Billy Crudup, and Joshua Jackson. And then you had 2 actors who completely blew the room away, Cillian Murphy and Christian Bale.
In the same way that people were telling me, hey, you can't go play Patrick Bateman, it's career suicide. Other people also said, you know, if you play Batman, that's it. You're never going to play anything else again. You will always be Batman.
Well, guy dresses up like a bat clearly has issues.
And I went, bring it on. Let's see if that happens. Because I just always felt like, look, if I don't have the skill to be able to rise above that, then I don't deserve to either.
Nolan couldn't just pick from a tape, so he threw them all into a massive screen test.
So I did a screen test in the whole suit and everything, and we shot it on the Warner's lot, I think, and everyone, like, you could see I knew the other guys that were auditioning, and I knew that Christian Bale was the obvious choice.
When I first met Christian, he was extraordinarily thin having lost an enormous amount of weight for The Machinist.
It was something that Chris was a little concerned about because they did have to screen test for Batman, and it was pretty close on the heels of finishing on The Machinist, so it was really stick thin, and I had to try and put on weight as quickly as possible so that he could convince the studio that I was somebody worth considering seriously.
I was just stuffing my face all day long and lifting heavy weights, and eventually went up to like 220 pounds. I could see the look on Chris's face, He looked at me and it was like, oh, Christ, what has this guy done?
Anybody with that determination and dedication to his art, was clearly going to be the obvious choice to portray an obsessive.
It was a moment of panic where I realized, oh, crap. I took Chris at his exact word about get as big as you can, but he didn't really think I was going to get that big. A number of the crew I'd worked with on previous movies, they looked at me and they were like, bloody hell, Chris, what are we doing here? Fat Man or Batman? And so I realized, okay, that's not what he had meant. So I had to then try and lose a lot of weight.
That's why it's so important.
Bale absolutely destroyed the competition, but Cillian Murphy
Gotta give
was
it
so
to him.
intensely
That dedication to be Batman is good. See, this is my issue. This is my issue, chat. He's a great Bruce Wayne. But Batman Begins was like the amazing. It was an amazing voice for him, but it just got more raspier as the movies went by, and I'm just like, okay, no. Batman Begins was the perfect voice for him. It was the perfect voice, but I don't know. I guess they just asked for more raspy.
Would you like to see my mask?
Which was a monumental bullet dodged for all of us. Before Murphy walked in, the studio was dead set on giving the villain role to Marilyn Manson.
It's why I do what I do.
Nolan was casting the supporting roles at the same time, aiming only for A-listers.
I think the closest to what I saw for Batman that I had seen in another film was probably the Dick Donner Superman film from 1978. And one of the things that made that film so epic was the great casting.
Chris has so many feathers to his bow as a director, but I think his skill at casting is something that people don't quite talk enough about.
Yeah.
He's always been genius at casting his films.
We wanted to give Batman the epic treatment that the character deserves, and making an epic isn't just about building big sets, it's about building big characters, and it's about building a believable set of people that the audience will be interested in.
But remember that paranoia? He was terrified the script would leak, so he didn't even tell the actors what movie they were about to shoot. He sent out the text under the title The Intimidation Game. Michael Caine read his copy and genuinely thought he was signing up for a gritty British gangster flick.
In a way.
He only agreed to play Alfred because he was wowed by Nolan's talent, and the feeling was mutual, because since Batman, Sir Michael Caine has appeared in almost every one of Nolan's movies.
Very well.
When the studio pushed Lawrence Fishburne for the Lucius Fox role, David Goyer shut it down. He had written the part with one actor in mind, Morgan Freeman.
I think I have just the thing.
Freeman was actually an avid Batman nerd who had been reading the comics since he was 9. Yet ironically, he had no idea who Lucius Fox was until he read Goyer's script.
That won't stop a man like you now, would it?
I suppose not.
As for Rachel Dawes, she didn't even exist in the comic book mythology and was written specifically for Katie Holmes.
And when I found out that I was going to be a part of it, I was just so thrilled. It was like, oh yeah, I'm in Batman. Ah!
See, that's Batman. That's Batman. We lost all of that aura. We lost all of that aura in The Dark Knight. I'm sorry. Dark Knight, okay. Was there moments? I'm gonna be honest. The dopest moment was when he was in that suit. Was when he dropped down on that truck. But I don't know. I can't remember any other like aura moments. And I'm not gonna include the interrogation because I'm like, okay, like, but just like that. That's aura. That's aura. Aura.
Nolan originally wanted his Memento Argento star Guy Pearce to play Henri Ducard, but the room vetoed it. Pearce was simply too young to be a believable father figure.
The fuck is wrong with you?
So they went to Gary Oldman. Oldman had a resume full of iconic psychopaths.
And that was about the time when I sort of was thinking, I've had enough of this, right? And I think it was Doug, my manager, said or suggested to Chris, what about Jim Gordon? And to his credit, Chris, oh, that's interesting. And we met, and that's how it sort of, came about.
The really cool thing about Gary Oldman's performance in Batman Begins is that if you look at Frank Miller's Batman Year One and the depiction of Gordon in that comic, that's exactly what Gary did.
That left the Ducard slot wide open, which allowed Liam Neeson to step in.
I was shooting a Ridley Scott film, Kingdom of Heaven, in Spain at the time. And Chris came out to see me. I'd never met him before. Very, very quiet and tense man. Talked about this part. I wasn't sure. Batman. It's like, yeah, here we go, yeah.
And I wasn't exactly a big Batman fan. Haven't seen the previous films, but this material was, I thought, just exceptional. Convincingly tells the story of how a character, Bruce Wayne, would end up dressing up in a weird, funky costume to fight.
Thrive on the indulgence of society's understanding.
What's great about Liam is Liam ultimately plays one of the villains. And he's never played a villain before. And he always plays these sort of fatherly, avuncular, mentor-like characters, which he does need to play in this film. But when he turns, he really turns.
If someone stands in the way of true justice, you simply walk up behind them and stab them in the heart.
Throw in a few quick cameos from Nolan's uncle and his old indie film buddies, and the roster was officially locked. The day before cameras rolled, Nolan sat his entire crew down and made them watch Blade Runner. When the credits rolled, he told them that was precisely how their Gotham needed to look. He even hired Rutger Hauer to cement the vibe.
What I do in casting the smaller roles is you look to who are the great actors of the past who inspired you. It's a great honor to work with people like that.
But how do you achieve so much realism in a comic book city? First off, film Gotham on the streets of London, New York, and mostly Chicago.
We were determined not to have this film feel like it had been filmed on a lot. We wanted there to be locations that would expand it, that would make the playing field and the canvas feel larger.
That gave the fictional city a feel of familiarity and truth. To achieve this effect with the Batcave, the crew needed to go even further. In the 90s, the cave was just a mix of a couple of decorations and enormous painted backdrops. But for the reboot, they spent 10 months inside the world's biggest aircraft hangar, building it for real.
In imagining the Batcave, we set out to look at the origin myth as it's been portrayed in the comic book, and we were very drawn to the notion of existing caverns underneath Wayne Manor rather than something that's constructed.
I can see everything right from down here, sir. Thank you very much. The Batcave starts with the rigging, and we go into wood, and then we cast these sheets, thousands of sheets. These are cast off existing rocks. And we're saying this was an underground lake that's drained out. So we're actually building a river that runs through here. And slowly but surely, we end up with a Batcave.
Charming. But back to the streets. As you might assume, shooting practically comes with a cost. Nolan designed the new Batmobile, the Tumbler, as a mix between a Hummer and a Lamborghini.
What's that? Oh, the Tumbler? Oh, you wouldn't be interested in that.
Chris Nolan wanted the Batmobile to be a real car, not just a car that looked pretty but didn't actually function. You know, his gem was, look, I want this to be a mean machine. I want it to perform. I want it to go through things, and that was, you know, how we went into developing this whole car.
It's 9'4" at its widest. Lengthwise, it's 15 feet, and height-wise, it's about 5 foot, I think. Weighs 2.5 tons. There's nearly half a ton of rear axle and wheels and tires. So there's a big chunk of the weight sitting there.
You get to play Batman, but unless unless you're the stuntman who's driving that car, you don't get to have the coolest job. I told Chris and I said, does this mean I'm going to be able to keep a Batmobile? And he said, you're crazy. Of course you're not going to be able to keep a Batmobile. Fair enough.
It looked terrifying, but the real nightmare was driving it through Chicago. It caused massive traffic jams because the stunt drivers had to crawl at a snail's pace just to avoid crushing civilian cars. It still caused an accident anyway, when a drunk driver smashed into it because he genuinely thought the Batmobile was an invading alien spacecraft.
At least tell me what it looks like. Never mind.
As a quick side note, Bruce Wayne's day-to-day car in the movie is a Lamborghini Murcielago. Murcielago is Spanish for bat.
Nice car. Should see my other one.
When actual filming began in March 2004, Nolan broke all the standard blockbuster rules. On a $150 million film budget, studios always use a second unit to shoot the stunts and background action, while the director focuses on the main actors. Nolan completely refused. He wanted to personally control every single frame, trusting only his cinematographer, Wally Pfister. He also stripped CGI down to the absolute bare minimum.
And I said, I saw it. I said, there was a marvelous CGI image of Batman on the top of a skyscraper. And the helicopter, I said, goes right round the whole of Chicago. I said, that's the best CGI I've ever seen. And she said, that was the stunt double. He was strapped to the top of the skyscraper. And that was a real man. And that's what this movie is about. When you see it, it's real.
Unless you're looking at the immense wave of sonar-summoned bats.
We knew we were going to have to do digital bat shots. We did an early on test trying to use real bats to see how they would play. But they tend to, not be very cooperative.
This obsession with reality even bled into the action scenes, which caused some hilarious logistical problems. Liam Neeson is huge. During the ninja training sequences, they had to stand the extras on boxes so Neeson wouldn't look like a giant.
You cannot leave any sign.
I haven't.
By the end of the shoot, Nolan just told him to slouch. But the real genius of the action was the camera work. Nolan shot the fights from the perspective of the bad guys. He wanted the audience to feel the sheer terror of being hunted by a monster in the dark.
Where are you?
There's been a lot of very, well, I think excessive use of, wire work and martial arts and everything, to the point where the violence loses its threat because it's become a bit dance-like, and we've become sort of comfortable watching it in that way. I'd always looked to a representation of Batman that would be more from the criminal's point of view, so you would see less of him. You would see him as more frightening. There would be more suspense as to what he was doing and where he was, and that meant showing less of it and cutting fight scenes very, very fast, so that Batman is seen as being blindingly quick and aggressive and almost animal-like in the way he takes on the criminals.
What the hell are you?
I'm Batman. To build this gritty world, Nolan needed the right sound. He turned to Hans Zimmer. Zimmer agreed, but he had one condition. He wanted to bring in James Newton Howard. They split the work to match the dual nature of Bruce Wayne and stopped at Lamborghinis. Look at the soundtrack. Every song is named after a bat species. If you read the first letters of tracks 4 through 9, they literally spell out Batman.
Nice.
So the film was shot, edited, and promoted for a record-breaking $100 million. Warner Brothers bet on Nolan's talent and were not disappointed.
This year, Batman Begins is the Batman movie I've been waiting for and hoping for. It's one of the year's best films.
Your theatrics made an impression.
Sure, the movie only made $370 million, and by modern blockbuster standards, that isn't a colossal haul, considering the bloated production and marketing budget. But the studio didn't panic, and for good reason. The critical response was absolutely off the charts. It was the best reviewed Batman movie in history, and Wally Pfister even bagged an Oscar nomination for his cinematography. The movie's secret weapon was its realism. It dug deep into the psychology of Bruce Wayne, and actually made his motives believable. It was so grounded and gritty that it directly inspired the producers.
Dang, I might watch it after this.
To completely reboot 007 a year later. Hollywood was stunned. They couldn't believe a young director had the guts to make a huge summer blockbuster exactly the way he wanted to. Nolan Nolan essentially treated this $150 million studio tentpole like one of his old scrappy indie movies. He didn't chase studio approval or pander to focus groups. Back in his indie days, he had to be his own cheerleader because no one cared if he finished his movies or not. He brought that same stubborn drive to Batman. He built the film he wanted to see simply because he felt it needed to exist. As Nolan saw it, when you make something purely out of love, you just don't question it.
Never. I've ever seen, he really makes the Riddler so crazy. I love comic books, and especially comic book movies. And now I think there's one comic book movie that we could all unanimously agree on that it's one of the best comic book movies ever, and that is The Dark Knight by Christopher Nolan. It's an iconic movie with great performances and maybe one of the best performances by a villain ever. But there's another comic book movie, The Batman, directed by Matt Reeves, which is another great tale about the Batman and his villains, and especially Gotham. And I think enough time has passed between his two movies, and I wanted to look back at them and figure out which one of these movies is the better Batman movie. And that's what I'll be answering today in this video. And how I will be doing that is using three categories: how Batman / Bruce Wayne is depicted, the villains, and the story. I will be using these categories in each movies, and whichever movie I think is better in that category will get a point. Whichever movie has the most points at the end of the video will be the better Batman movie. Now, before I begin, I just want to say I love both of these movies and they're both amazing. I'm only doing this just for fun and entertainment reasons to figure out which one I think portrays Batman better. To answer the little question I had in myself after watching The Batman by Matt Reeves. But yeah, just know I love both these movies to death, and they're both amazing at what they do, and Batman's awesome. But if you guys like content like this and want to see more of it, make sure to like and subscribe, and comment down below what you guys think is the better Batman movie. But all that being said, let's get right into the video. But before we get started, let me first explain how I see Batman and usually how I like to see him depicted in media. So to me, Batman the character is at his core a kid who never got over what happened to him in that alley when his parents got killed in front of him, which, you know, it's pretty normal. But that obviously affects how he is when he becomes Batman. So he has this obsession with justice and bringing justice to everyone. He has this obsession on not letting what happened to him happen to any other kid. And also, he wants to stop crime, but he has his code of not be able to kill anyone. And sometimes that code is more harmful than helpful, because there's plenty amount of times where Batman could have killed a villain and saved the world, but he just can't do it. And he will always give someone a second chance and always tries to help the villains and the people of Gotham. A big part of that is because he doesn't want to become what they are. He'll realize how easy it is, and he'll just keep doing it, and he'll become just like every other villain in Gotham. But I also like when Batman's depicted where he's a little bit crazy, because Batman is a little bit crazy, and he does crazy things, and not a normal person dresses up in a bat suit and he goes to beat up people on the streets of Gotham. So I like when they show that side of him and how, you know, he's damaged mentally. More physical traits of Batman and a skill set. For me, Batman always has to be the smartest person in the room. I mean, not always, but most of the time he should be. He should always be one of the most intelligent people in the room. Also, his traits of being a great detective should always be shown. Him solving crimes, putting clues together, because he is known as the greatest detective in the world. So that should be on the forefront, and it's really cool to see when he does his detective work. He also should be really good with his gadgets, and especially creating them and using them, because that's a core part of Batman. That's why it's on his bat belt, where he has all these bunch of gadgets that he can use in many different scenarios. So him being able to tinker and make his own stuff is also very important, and to use his gadgets even more important. And obviously Batman has to be a really capable fighter, and you should know all these different fighting styles. You should beat of most people he gets into fights with. That is also important, that Batman is not like a bum when it comes to fighting people. But now, traits of Bruce Wayne. I like when Bruce Wayne is used kind of as a subversion of Batman, like where he does something completely different, like how it is in The Dark Knight, where he's like a playboy, he flaunts his money, he does all these crazy things, and it's just like, it puts away that idea that he could even be Batman. But I also like when they do it like in The Batman, where Bruce Wayne is like a recluse, he's an outcast in society, because that makes a lot of sense too, especially when it's very early into Batman's career. But what's always must happen is Bruce Wayne and Batman must want to help Gotham, and Bruce Wayne by using his money or other features to try to help out Gotham and clear itself of that corruption, and, you know, and Batman by, you know, stopping crime. Obviously, the most important part to Batman and Bruce Wayne is Batman must be able to show compassion to people and care for people and like give them that chance. And he always should be able to, you know, be able to comfort a child who's going through a hard time. Like that famous quote that I'm sure you heard, that if you can't imagine your Batman comforting a scared child, you haven't written Batman, you've written the Punisher in a funny hat. But that being said, let's get into the real meat and potatoes, and let's break down how Dark Knight uses Batman in my opinion. Christian Bale is an amazing actor, and Christopher Nolan is an amazing director, and the Dark Knight movies are terrific. They're great superhero movies. But to me, these movies feel like action movies that so happen to have Batman in it. And like a lot of the times, Batman isn't really portrayed well. He's just kind of there. Like you put in any other billionaire ninja, and the story would still kind of work. But there's some things I like that the Dark Knight does. I really like Bruce Wayne's portrayal by Christian Bale. I think it's really cool. That whole Playboy thing, especially how it's done in the Dark Knight, where he's buying out hotels, he's renting a yacht with a bunch of fashion models, so he has an excuse to why Bruce Wayne wouldn't be around. Where at the time Batman is in China getting basically all the mob's money. I like a lot of those scenes where he's just like kind of an ass.
Very brave thing you did.
Trying to catch the light?
Well, you weren't protecting the van.
Why? Who's in it?
And so I think that's done really well because, it's like really just the complete opposite of Batman. I also like that Batman does use his gadgets in this. Like I said, he uses them time to time, uses the AC-130 to leave out of China, his batarangs, his smoke bombs, his grappling hooks, and of course the tumbler. He uses that a lot, and I think that's done well. It looks really cool when he does it. It looks awesome. Feels good. And one of the things I actually really like is the ending. I think the ending is like straight from a comic book, where Batman is gonna let himself take the blame as someone who did all these bad things, and not that it's Harvey Dent, so that Harvey Dent will be seen as this hero and this person that actually stopped crying and wasn't this mass vigilante, and Batman will go on the run. Because that is at core what Batman wants to do. He doesn't want there to be another Batman. He doesn't want that anymore. And so him going away like that does make sense, but also it's kind of hard to believe Batman would just leave the city like that and actually not come back for like the next couple years, which is what he genuinely does. But now let me get to the things I don't like about Batman in this movie. To me, in this movie, Christian Bale looks so stupid as Batman. I don't like the Batman suit. I don't like how he looks in it. It looks too stiff. Doesn't look cool. I don't like how Christian Bale sounds when he does his Batman voice. It doesn't sound the best, and he really throws me out of the movie.
I'm not wearing hockey pads. Someone knows where he is.
I also don't like how Batman is kind of dumb in this movie. Like, Joker's always like 4 steps ahead of him, and I understand that Joker's an agent of chaos. He just wants to see the world burn. But he's just like levels ahead of Batman a lot of the times, and Batman's never even able to catch up until the final encounter where he builds the super awesome detective machine, and he's able to somehow find him right before he blows up like 2 ships full of people. And he's just not the smartest either. Like, I feel like it takes him way too long to figure out the hostage at the end are switched. Like, the doctors are the bad guys and the clowns are the good people. I think it's stupid how he believes that Joker's telling him the truth of where Harvey and Rachel are. But I understand it's a point that like Batman's just so focused on getting Rachel back safely, not dying, that he doesn't really think about it too much. And like, why would the Joker lie? Why wouldn't he lie? And I think that's stupid, but blinded by love or whatever. I just think he falls short on so many things. And not only that, they don't really do a lot of detective things with him. Like, they don't bring out the detective side of Batman. They don't really show a lot of that. And they also don't show a lot of him tinkering with his gadgets and really like making them himself. Like, they're just more things I think they could just show when it comes to Batman, because he's such like a grand character that has a bunch of these cool features. But ultimately, I just don't think they do enough with Batman, and I don't really think it really focuses a lot on him. And a lot of times, I feel like literally it could have been anyone else instead of Batman, and this movie would still work. But this movie is still amazing. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but it's just like comparing it as like a Batman.
Yeah, Dark Knight is still a good movie.
Short for me. But now let me talk about the Batman's depiction of Batman, which I believe is a lot better. I think it really follows Batman, the character. I think the mythos are all correct. It's like a genuine comic book story, and it's really, really good. I like how Batman is as Bruce Wayne. I think Robert Pattinson does a great job. I like him being an outcast and all that. I don't think it's better than Chris Bale, but I don't think it's worse. I kind of think it's the same level, just 2 different ways of Bruce Wayne. And I just really like Robert Pattinson being like a little weird, a little strange, a little off-putting, a little crazy. And not only is he that as Bruce Wayne, he's even that as Batman. He's a little off-putting, doesn't really talk a lot. He goes up to crime scenes, just stares at things, and doesn't really interact with James Gordon like verbally until like later on in the movie, until that relationship goes on, which I think makes a lot of sense for an early Batman. I also like when even when he's not Batman, not in the suit, he still will go out and investigate things, like how he investigates it to Selena Kyle. He drives around the city, he looks at everything, even when he's not in the suit. He's just always in that mode. I like how his suit looks. It looks really cool. It looks like he made it. It looks just awesome. He looks much better than the Dark Knight suit. I like how he actually uses his gadgets, and they also look handmade, like the batarangs, the grappling hook, the wingsuit just being like a genuine wingsuit that he just pulls out and like glides in that one scene is really cool. I like his contact lenses that record everything he sees, which makes more sense why he's just staring at things a lot of time, because he wants to pick up everything. Because in this movie, they use his ability as a detective more, where he's trying to break down every clue, because he is following the Riddler and he wants to solve the riddle. He wants to solve the puzzle. Albeit he never actually gets ahead of the Riddler until the very end, which is very similar to like the Dark Knight, but he's like actually trying to solve the clues that are left for him. It gets pretty close, and then even he messes up with the flying rat thing, and he thinks it's the penguin, and he could still mess up, which is fine. Batman doesn't have to be perfect.
Rat with wings. You know what that sounds like to me? A friggin' bat!
But I like how it's just like a small little thing that even will fool the world's greatest detective. But I think most of the time he's always keeping up with the story and what's going on. I like the fight scenes much more in this one. He looks much more capable of fighting because the choreography is way better than how Nolan shot it. Obviously, it's a newer movie. I like how he fights in this. And obviously, speaking about his handmade things, his Batmobile is 10 times cooler than a Tumbler. The Batmobile in the Batman is like the coolest Batmobile I ever seen. The sound it makes.
I agree.
That scene where he's chasing down the penguin. Oh man, it's so good. But I think the most crucial part of the Batman that really sells it is not only the whole journey goes on, this whole thing feeling more like the story, feeling like a comic book. I think the most crucial part for me to enjoy this more than The Dark Knight is the ending, where after this whole wide, big mystery, twists and everything, Batman is able to save everyone, even though the city's flooded. And at the beginning of the movie, he writes in his journal basically bad things about Gotham, how he sees it as a dark place, and he has to fix the corruption within. But at the end of the movie, he's literally seen guiding the citizens of Gotham out of one of the worst days they ever experienced into the light. He's not in the shadows anymore, he's into the light in front of the people. The people see him, and he's their savior. He's leading them. And with the bright imagery and him saving people, looking up at the sun, it's like he has a hope for a better Gotham. That Gotham is not just a place, it's the people in it. And he has to fix the problems with the people while also fixing like the bigger problems with the government and the villains and the people who want to ruin it. And that's so beautiful because that's such a key part of him, you know, showing compassion to the people, to the citizens of Gotham, which is very important. Like in The Dark Knight, that doesn't happen a lot. James Gordon Jr. is sad that his dad's dead. He's like, oh well, too bad, boohoo. And then there's even scenes where in the Batman where he like sees the son of the dead mayor or the electoral candidate, and he relates to him because obviously he's an orphan. He feels bad for the kid, and I think that drives him even more. And I don't know, the Batman, I think, portrays the character of the Batman better than The Dark Knight, and so I think the point has to go to the Batman, making it 1-0. As we all know, villains are a very crucial part of any movie or any story. They could drive the plot, and they also give, most of the time, something our protagonist could go against. So first, let's start talking about the villains in the Batman, which I love, because all these villains drive different parts of the story into different worlds of Gotham, and they all feel so different. With Carmine Falcone, this mob head who is such a strong power in Gotham with all the corrupt officials and controls a lot of parts of Gotham. And he also confuses Bruce Wayne about who his father really was, because one night Thomas Wayne saved Carmine Falcone because he had to, but people just see this connection to Thomas Wayne, and maybe Thomas Wayne's not the guy we think it is. Or if it's the Penguin, who's another big figure in the mob who owns the Iceberg Lounge's grand club in Gotham where all the underground business is done in, where he also even has a deep roots into the underground and has the connection to the corrupted officials and police officers. And he's also supplying Gotham with drugs. And then lastly, the Riddler, who is our main guy, leaving a breadcrumb trail of dead politicians, evidence of corruption, and just killing a lot of people in Gotham, and it seems like no one could catch him. And it makes Batman and the police follow it, finding new corruption, new ideas. And I really like how the Riddler is made more vicious, and he's like really a killer. Like that first scene where he kills the mayor-elect, that was terrifying. He's insane. Even the way he acts, his clues. And I really like, because you don't really see that type of Riddler in the comics a lot. But the Riddler is also exposing the Waynes, because they're one of the most historic families in Gotham. Their connection to the Arkhams. Martha Wayne's history of mental illness, and maybe the mom's a little crazy. It could be the Riddler is the son of Thomas Wayne. He's even plays with Batman's head a little more, or even just Bruce's, by at the end of the movie when he's in the jail cell and he's talking to Batman. We're not sure if he knows that Batman's Bruce Wayne. He kind of talks like he does know, but then kind of dismisses it. And I like how it's left ambiguous that we don't know if the Riddler actually knows the identity of Batman or not. And he still always gets ahead up, even at the end, by detonating the bombs to the dam and flooding the city. And I also like how they make him like an incel Twitch streamer. That's pretty funny. But not only are these characters really well written and drive the plot well, the performances by each of these actors are crazy. They bring these characters to life, especially the Penguin. He is perfect. The perfect image of Penguin in my head. He is amazing. But of course, Paul Dano as the Riddler is one of the greatest performances I've ever seen. He really makes the Riddler so crazy and so cocky, thinking he's so smart. He brings so much to that character, and I love so many scenes that he's just going nuts. So as you guys could tell, I'm a really big fan of the villain of the Batman. But the villains in The Dark Knight are also amazing. Let's just start with Two-Face, who is the perfect embodiment of Joker's plan working. Because as you know, the whole point of Joker is that anyone is one bad day away from being like him. Because he just had one bad day, lost his job, wife died, fell into a vat of acid, and then boom, there's the Joker. And then in the movie, the Batman is trying to make Harvey Dent this White Knight. He thinks he is the future of Gotham, that there won't need to be any vigilantes, any more Batmans, because there will be someone who is in the public actually making changes and helping Gotham. So it's kind of like the story in The Long Halloween. If you ever read it, I think this movie takes a ton of inspiration from that. It's so interesting to see the Joker actually turn this guy who's a shining beacon of Gotham and turn him into a killer, someone who no longer sees justice, a man who really just gambles a life on a flip of a coin. Two-Face in this is really good. I like what it means that he turned into a villain, how Joker could turn anyone and make someone as crazy as he is. But obviously, the Joker in this movie is great. He is terrific. He's as crazy as from the comic books. He's constantly creating chaos in Gotham, blowing up stuff, lighting fire trucks on fire, whatever it is, he's there. He's the natural opposing force of Batman, just like in the comics. It's funny because usually Batman and Joker are supposed to be told as like the two sides of the same coin. Batman is probably as crazy as the Joker is. That's why they go so well with each other. Because Batman's so obsessed with his ideas of justice and not killing people, where Joker just doesn't care and he doesn't want order. He's just an agent of chaos. And so it's really good to see that done so well in this movie. And the Joker's even always ahead of the Batman because the Batman can't predict him in this movie. But obviously the performances are very key in this movie. Aaron Eckhart does such a good job of being Harvey Dent. It's crazy. The two performances of being Harvey Dent and then the more malicious side of Two-Face is amazing. It's like generally if there's two different actors. But obviously Heath Ledger's the Joker is maybe one of the best or the best performances by an actor, especially a performance of a villain. He plays the Joker perfectly. I see him as a Joker. I really don't see anyone else could top him or even match him. He's so amazing in this movie. He steals the show so much. It's crazy. Every time I watch this movie, I laugh at him. Like he's scary. Like he's just terrifyingly unpredictable, and that's done so well. And I even like how in this movie they try to explain the origins of the Joker, but they change it every time. He doesn't say the same story the same. He says different ways how he got the scars, whether it's from his dad or he did it. So I like that because that's kind of true in the comics too. No one really knows the true origin of the Joker. And so yeah, that performance is really hard to match up to, and it's obviously one of the most iconic, where people will still be talking about it for years from now because it's so good. So if I were to give a point for the villains in one of these movies, I think it would have to be The Dark Knight, and it'd be barely. Maybe another day I would say the Batman because the multiple great performances, but in The Dark Knight is just like the singular out of this world performance. And so I think I will have to give the point to The Dark Knight, making it 1-1. Alright, now let's get into the stories of these two movies, but I'll also be talking about how I think it is as a Batman story and just the general story in general. Nice. Alright, let's start with The Dark Knight. Now this story, I think it's very good. It's a common action story, very point A to point B, but I think it's good, especially how they show some of the characters. Like the Joker being one of the first introductions is my favorite, and his whole message is implanted on this whole story, that you're always one bad day away from being like Joker. And I think that's always shown, especially with the whole main dilemma with Harvey Dent and turning him evil. And even at the last scene where his last plan is to fill two boats full of people, where each ship has bombs and each ship has their detonators, and they get to choose if the other ship basically gets to live or die, thinking people will kill the other one so they won't have to die. I think that's very important. I also like Batman's relationship with Harvey Dent and James Gordon. I think it's really cool seeing the three of them together and work things out. And I also like how Batman is trying to not be Batman anymore because he sees Harvey Dent as it could be a potential the White Knight of Gotham, that he could protect it from a public perspective. And that's really shown by Harvey Dent's great police work, great detective work, putting away criminals. Obviously want to do the best thing possible for the city. And it's also followed by a scene where Rachel dies. Batman's love interest dies. She's not with him anymore, but she still dies, and it's heartbreaking. That's like a childhood friend for him. That causes Harvey's change, physically and even emotionally and mentally, where now Harvey comes from this amazing DA to a murderer. But it's also very interesting how they show Joker's very capable. He's like an unstoppable force this whole movie. The only times they're able to stop Joker is when they pull these tricks out. Like they have to fake James Gordon's death to capture him the first time, and then he escapes, blows up two people, and then he's only caught again after Batman makes his super god awesome detective vision device, and he's actually able to track him down. And then when he does track him
That
down,
shit's ass. The reason why you have white eyes is because you pretty much Bluetooth your ass in everybody's phone. Yeah, okay.
the Joker actually beats Batman physically, but luckily this is where the boats don't get blown up, and then Batman beats him, and Joker Joker's then defeated both physically and even through his own morals. They just weren't true. The city proved him wrong, which I really like, and I really like the last scene, where I really feel like it's the most Batman part about this movie, where Two-Face kidnaps Gordon's family. His little kid threatens to kill everyone. He's gonna kill everyone there, but then Gordon pushes him off a ledge, killing him. But what Batman thinks to do is that he's gonna take the blame for all the people that Harvey Dent killed and preserve that image of the Harvey Dent, the hero of the city, the DA, and he will take the blame and he will run, because as he said, that's what he's made for. And I do like that ending. I think that is super Batman-y. But Batman would never leave his city for that long. That's he like genuinely leaves for like 5 years. I know I said this earlier, but he genuinely leaves for 5 years, and I'm like, that pisses me off thinking about it. Also pisses me off thinking about that he basically got beat by like 3 dogs. But now about the Batman, which is another story that I really, really love, because it really stays true to the Batman mythology and the ideas that are set in the comics, which I like a lot. Even the beginning of the movie is great, because we're hearing his monologue of his diaries of his second year, where it puts us exactly in his headspace of how he sees Gotham and what he thinks of it and what he thinks about his mission. And it kind of also lets us know he might not be up there a little bit. Might be a little cuckoo, but that's what I like to see. I like seeing Batman like that, and that Bruce Wayne's also a social outcast. So it's completely different in The Dark Knight, and honestly pretty cool to see it like that. Does that make sense? And also what they do a really good job of in this story is kind of really showing us Gotham. They give us like a Gotham that looks like Gotham. It looks great. It looks like a whole different place in the world. Whereas sometimes in The Dark Knight, I look at some of these shots, I'm like, this isn't Gotham. This is generally just like Chicago or New York or something. So I really like how they put us in that world. But the story goes on and on, where we're following these killings made by the Riddler, who's dropping little clues and things for people to follow, so the people in general can learn about all the corruption that's going on in Gotham. And as we go on and on from that, we learn about more villains and more features of Gotham. Like, it's slowly unraveling itself for us, especially with each villain, each person we meet, the relationship with James Gordon, and also the issue with all the corrupt cops. When we meet Falcone and we learn all about this gang that's almost like more powerful than any police force, any political power, they're above it all. And not only that, they have a relation to Thomas Wayne, or even with the Penguin who owns the nightclub, and even has a club below it where the corrupted officials go. And he also has a huge drug trade going on. And so it's really interesting that it ties that, really root out the problem of what's wrong with Gotham, and including the fact that Thomas Wayne saved Falcone is really cool, because it messes with Bruce's head, because he doesn't really know about his parents, and it makes him think maybe his dad wasn't the man he thought he was. And that's kind of the vibe he gets with the family all the time. And then the Riddler kind of shows him other stuff. I love how they bring up Martha Wayne's was put into Arkham. I love how they put the relation between the Arkhams and the Waynes, and I like how they also put in the fact that Riddler maybe might be Thomas Wayne's son. The story's already going crazy. Then you added factors like meeting Catwoman, that whole relationship, a friend dying randomly, and then she joins Batman on his quest. But then eventually, after following all the trails and a lot of mishaps, and they figure out who the final target was, and when they catch Falcone, the Riddler kills him. Then when they finally catch the Riddler and they put him in a jail cell, he still has another plan and blows up the city. The Riddler's like 10 steps ahead of everyone this whole movie. It's so crazy how far he planned this whole plan out. And it stages a final attack on where the mayoral debate's gonna happen, floods the whole city trying to purge it of that corruption. It's kind of a nice side-by-side to see Riddler and Batman kind of both want the same thing, but the Riddler's just crazy and wants to kill people, because he is showing the corruption, but he's doing it the wrong way. He's taking justice into his own hands, and he's crazy, as I said, maybe. But then, of course, I love the ending of this movie, where Batman leads out the people to a brighter day of Gotham, looking forward, and his whole viewpoint of Gotham changing, so we could see there was an actual growth with his character. This Batman at the end of the movie is a different character entirely. Not only that, the city's different. The environment is changing with it. So it's great to see all that change. It leaves me very excited to what comes next. And the story's full of twists and turns and a lot of different aspects that are great. And I love how they flesh out Gotham in it. So a lot of times when I try to think about which story is better when I'm comparing two movies, I try to bring it down to, what if I was reading 2 books and these movies were just 2 books and I had to read it? Which one would I like more? And with that being said, I would have to give the point to the Batman, because I definitely like that story more, making the final score 2-1, meaning the Batman is the better movie. If you guys made it to this point in the video, thank you for making it to this point in the video. This video took me a while to make, and I haven't made a video in a bit. I don't know, I guess I was just taking a break. Thank you if you watched to this far, because this is the longest video I've made. And it's really because I love these 2 movies, and I love watching them both. So I just wanted to make a video where I could put out all my opinions of them too, and just, make it into a physical format. I know a lot of people probably not going to agree with me, and I might get a lot of hate, but it's my opinion. I'm not the objective truth of whether a movie's good or not. I just like saying my opinion of it and try to give reasons for it. But please make sure to like and subscribe, and let me know if you enjoy these videos, and also let me know which one you would prefer. But yeah, that'll be all for me today. Have a good one.
Like, would you have taken them out for, like, to go get some cupcakes, treats?
No, we were going to meet here and eat, then we were going to go back to my place
you know, you gotta realize, like, his mom is just really distraught over this.
She knows about this?
Really? So, do you tell your friends that, you know, you want to suck them off?
If they're gay.
Oh, really? Well, why don't you help guide him, man? I mean, like, you could be like his master. Like, he could be your Robin. He's Robin, and then you're Batman. You could be Robin his virginity.
Gideon. Yo. What the fuck?
Yo, what's good, YouTube, man? Welcome back to a brand new episode of EDP Watch. I am your host, DeMarcus Cousins III, and today we're going to be talking about Ronald Barron, a.k.a. his real name is Jonathan Allen Farnham. So that's him right there, right? And I want to go on and get this out the way because I know not everybody watches the full video. So I know it's going to look like something happened with him, but the police let him go. And we're going to need you guys to help us make sure justice comes through because this guy, he served in the military, right? But he was dishonorably discharged. He served over in Vietnam. And the reason why he was dishonorably discharged is the same reason why he's in today's video. And is the reason why he is a registered offender. But I guess the Maricopa County doesn't really care about that. The Phoenix Police Department doesn't really care about that because they let him go again because he hit up our decoy after he let go. So, I mean, this is just absolutely disgusting, absolutely vile. We'll have a call to action at the end of the video. So just sit back, relax, and watch us catch this freak. I see him. Hold up, put the phone down. Yeah, that's him right there. Yo, he's inside. He's at his car right now. He hasn't got out yet.
Should I just sit in here right now?
Yeah. Okay, he's coming inside right now.
Hi, how are you?
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you too. What all are you up to right now? What all are you up to?
Nothing.
Awesome.
You want to eat and then head to my place? And...
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, Ronald, man.
What's this? What the f is this?
We know you hate child predators and love what we do, but sadly, the same can't be said for others. Join today on EDPWatch.com, and for only $4.45, you can help support us locking these monsters away. You'll get access to uncensored chat logs, cool disgusting audio calls, and never before seen and early access to new videos. You'll be entered into monthly giveaways, get 50% off all merchandise, and get a chance to do an IRL catch with yours truly, DeMarcus Hanson. All on EDPWatch.com.
How you doing?
Good. Glad to meet you.
Thank you for your service, first off. Where'd you serve?
I was in the end of Vietnam.
My dad was in Vietnam as well. Hey, man, is it cool we just have a conversation? This is my friend here. He's underage. I just want to make sure everything's okay. I'm not a cop or anything. Can we just talk outside?
Yeah.
So people don't hear us? Yeah, I just want to have a conversation. You know, we got to talk before, you know, obviously his mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can just stand right over here. How you doing, Ronald?
Good. How are you?
Good, man. I'm blessed by the best, man. I genuinely can't complain. So, you know, I just want to make sure first. Did he tell you how old he is?
Yeah.
Okay, how old did he tell you he was? Okay, so, you know, he's really young and everything. And how old are you?
71.
71. Hey, praise God, man. The reason I have this conversation with you is because obviously you're a Vietnam veteran. My dad is, so, you know, I have a lot more empathy with this. So I guess on whose end did it get more sexual, with you or him?
No, it was probably him.
It was probably him?
I'm not really interested in that.
So is there a reason why when I was like looking through his phone, I saw some messages from you?
He wanted to know some stuff, and I told him I would explain it to him, but I didn't say anything about getting involved. I'm not going down that path.
Okay. So I guess kind of like what was supposed to happen today?
Well, I have this business I'm trying to start, and he knows how to do computers.
Okay.
So I want to see if he can help me to understand how to do money. That was I think we talked about in there too.
My bad, chat.
I mean, do you think a 30-year-old really knows much about business?
I like to get a perspective about veterans and stuff.
Okay.
And what direction I should go with this.
But I mean, kind of, it wasn't. I mean, I didn't see any talk about business. You know, you were telling him that your penis is 5 inches. You say you wanted to suck one another. It was kind of getting really sexual. You said that his age didn't bother you. You know, but you did say you want to be there, and you said you were his boyfriend. You said as your boyfriend and mate, this is okay.
More mate than boyfriend, but.
Okay, well, so what did you mean by boyfriend?
Well, you know, like a male friend, like you and I could be boyfriend, doesn't mean we're or anything.
Okay, but what about?
No, exactly right.
Might have been a bad choice in the moment.
Yeah, man.
See what else we got over there.
To you about this here, you know, I don't want to have to bring this over to your job and everything, you know. So that's why I just want to get this addressed here, because I'm sure the employers, they wouldn't be too kind of like, you know, stuff like this happening. So I appreciate you, you know, giving me the time to have this conversation. You know,
down to the list.
whenever you want,
And
but I think you want to get this resolved right here, right now, right?
Yeah.
Praise God, man. So I guess, you know, are you ready for that date?
Well, I mean, meet here.
Yeah, like, but you were saying that this was going to be a date.
Well.
And you said you were going to teach him how to suck. And you said, you know, I'll teach you how to have sex and it won't hurt.
Oh, that's what he was saying.
Nah, that's what you said right here. So, you know, I just want to figure out, like, how many young kids are hitting us up online?
I don't know.
Does it happen a lot where younger kids hit us up? No.
Yeah, usually all teens, 19, 20, 22.
Okay. So how did we get to a 13-year-old?
I don't know. I don't know how it started.
You don't know how it started?
No, I think.
How long have you been homosexual for?
All my life.
All your life? Okay. Like even in the army?
Yeah.
Oh man, I know you were having a lot of fun with them seamen.
that's insane.
Maybe a little bit too much fun.
No, back there was a taboo.
It was so you had to keep it a secret.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know, I understand. You know, back then it's normal for a 71-year-old man to have fun with a 13-year-old boy. But you got to realize we're in 2025 now. Times have changed.
Yeah.
So how long we had apps like Telegram, Teleguard, Signal? How long we had apps like those?
I have no idea.
You have no idea? So it's just been a while we had those apps?
I don't know when they came out, no. You mean for me to have them?
Yeah.
Oh, probably less than maybe 6 months.
6 months? Are there crazy kids on there or crazy people wanting to like send you videos and stuff of like, hey, I have these videos you can buy? There are? Well, here, man, I think you kind of want to be separated from this stuff, right? I don't think you want to be associated with this. I mean, do you still want to be friends with?
Yeah, if it's going to cause bad vibes, no.
If it causes bad, what if it causes good vibes?
I mean, if it's a straight friendship, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I can still get help with a computer in my business.
Yeah. Well, here, man, I like to do research on my friends, people that they talk to and stuff.
Yeah.
And
it's good. I'm glad you did that.
Of course, man.
You should be.
And so there's a public website where you can kind of see when images of young children being abused are being sent.
I didn't know that.
Well, I mean, I don't think you're the one making that stuff or anything, but it's being sent to your phone, and I'm just trying to figure out, like, what apps, because, I mean, I know for a fact that it's being sent to your phone. Do you know what apps it's being sent to or sent from?
No. Facebook's the main one I use.
Okay. I think that's what I mean, if you don't mind, like, can I just hold it in front of you to kind of, like, show you what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I have no idea what you're...
Yeah, because, I mean, like, it's like...
You mean people sending stuff to my phone?
Yeah, like, it's like on...
How'd you find that out?
It's a public app, like, you know, like here on Zangi, you know, that's a bad app for that, you know?
I do use Zangi, too, yeah.
Okay, so do we ever have any, like, young boys on Zangi sending us kind of, like, you know, some... And listen, I'm not judging at all, but, like, do they ever send us, like, you know, some kind of inappropriate pictures where it's, like, you know, young boys? Does that ever happen?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I used to stay away from that kind of stuff.
Okay. So how old did this guy say he was?
Who?
This guy right here, Peter.
22?
Oh, so he's older.
Yeah, most of them, everybody, he's the only one that's I stay away from all the...
The crazy ones?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess what is your age range that you like the most?
Usually like 19 to 30.
19 to 30, okay.
Now, the problem is that I notice a lot of them are scammers.
Really?
Yeah, they meet, they want you to send money, then they never show up.
Really? So, like, how do they be scamming?
Well, they say, can you pay for my gas? Or can you pay for my taxi? That's a key phrase that they use.
Oh my gosh, and how many times has that happened?
About 7.
About 7 times?
I quit doing it, yeah. I tell them now I'm not paying for nothing.
You know, I get it. We're human. Have we ever, like, you know, fell victim and it's like, you know what, I'll just do it this one time. And then, you know, we kind of got, like, the best of us taken. You know, has that ever happened?
No, this is all kind of new to me, paying for it.
Oh, so you just recently started paying for it?
Yeah, it's been like past 6 months.
Okay. So in these groups and stuff, do they ever send any, like, videos of, like, young people?
No.
I know you don't ask for that stuff, but...
No.
It never happened. So it never happened on Zangi or Telegram?
Nope.
So I guess, like, what's the youngest age you ever saw?
18.
18 is the youngest
No,
age.
I saw 17, but I stayed away from that.
Okay. So I guess why did you ask Parker for pictures?
Oh, no, for not just regular dress.
There was one message you had asked to see a picture of his penis.
I did not.
I mean, you want me to show you? I don't want you to think I'm lying.
I don't remember saying that.
Do you think you might have just forgot when you had sent that, or what do you think?
Or sent it by accident? I don't know. I don't.
I mean, you know,
that's not something I would say. I would ask for.
That's not something you would say or ask for. Okay. I know you said that's not something you would say or ask for, but you know, you also did say you want to teach him how to suck. So you know, I think we've said a couple things that we usually wouldn't say. So what got in your head to say that?
He was adamant. I mean, he was persistent about, so I went along with it.
Really? So he's the problem more with this?
No, he's the one that was, yeah.
So it was more like he was being persistent and you were just kind of wanting to be the guy to teach him how to do it?
But in the back of my head, I kept wondering if this was a trick or not.
Really? What were you thinking?
Like a sting or something like that.
Well, I mean, I think the best thing for you is, you know, I'm not a cop or anything, because I mean, if I was a cop, like, I guess I think you kind of already know, like, you know, how much trouble you can get in, right? Like, how much trouble do you think you could have got in?
Well, I don't know. I mean, they could take this and try to make something out of it, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, and what things do you think they would try to make out of it?
Well, the wording. I don't know.
You don't know? No, I mean, it's totally fine. Genuinely, I don't think we're going to do this again, right? Would you have taken him out for cupcakes?
Huh?
Like, would you have taken him out for, like, to go get some cupcakes, you know, treats?
No, we were going to meet here and eat, then we were going to go back to my place and...
So what was going to happen at your place?
Well, I wanted to look at my computers and the gaming systems I have, help me set them up.
Okay. Well, so why did we never talk about that in the messages?
I think I did. At the very, very beginning, I mentioned about my business. If he would help me with it.
Okay.
You have to go way up there. You'll see it.
But it was more about sexual stuff, the conversation.
Yeah, I try to stay away from it, but he seemed insistent, so...
So you kind of just wanted to be a man of your word and come and see him today?
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. Okay. What all did you do in the military?
Chase
You chased terrorists. Man, so you actually... Did you, you know, ever, like, kill some people?
Yeah.
Really? Like, was the PTSD...
I have bipolar and PTSD.
Really? Man, I mean, that must be hard for you, man.
It is.
So how have you...
I think what got me here too was that he was so forthcoming. Like, he's the first one I've met that didn't ask for money.
So he was just being nice.
He was being nice, and he didn't ask for money. You know, can you pay for this? Can you pay for that? I think that like, I don't call it intrigued me, but like caught my attention.
So it was just different. It was like kind of like a different kind of...
I really wanted to have this more as a good relationship than the other stuff, but...
Because I mean, all these other guys, like, when you paid for those videos and stuff, what would they send you?
I didn't pay for videos.
You had told me you did, but you stopped after a while because it was getting too expensive.
No, I'm sorry. I was paying for the gas, not videos.
Oh, okay, so you're paying for gas to meet up with them.
I'm sending them money so they could come and meet me at my place or at a location or whatever.
Oh, okay.
None of them ever did.
So how many times has that happened?
Oh, at least 7.
At least 7?
Yeah.
Man, so that's horrible. Oh, here's your thing back. So, you know, you gotta realize, like, his mom is just really distraught over this. You know what I mean? An older...
She knows about this?
I mean, she read the messages, yeah.
He told me, she had something else too, he told me that...
She didn't want him knowing that, you know, she knows. You know what I mean?
But he told me at the very beginning that his mom didn't care what he did.
I mean, I think kind of like, you know, kids just say stuff.
And I'm thinking, yeah, why would a mom do that?
Okay, so you kind of knew, like, okay. So I guess what reassurance do you have for his mom?
I think maybe the best thing to do is just disconnect and not associate no more.
Okay. But it's just one of those things where, like, you know, obviously, like, I don't believe in getting anybody else involved and stuff, but, you know, obviously I can't tell a mother what to do. I guess, like, what could reassure her, like, hey, nothing like this will ever happen again?
I don't know, what can I say?
I mean, would you want to talk to his mom?
I could, yeah.
You could?
Yeah.
Here, actually, I'm gonna call his dad. I don't think his dad really knows, but,
His dad?
Yeah, just so that way his dad knows. I feel like all parents should know. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
Don't worry, his dad's pretty cool guy. I wouldn't let you talk to him if I thought he would freak out. How long you lived in Arizona for?
82.
Since 82? Yeah. Do you have a family or anything out here?
No.
You just live by yourself?
Everybody's done died away.
What about your siblings, brothers?
They're all dead.
So you're the only family member. You have any kids?
I have kids in New Hampshire.
Do your kids know you're gay? Are they supportive?
I don't talk to them.
You don't talk to them?
No.
How come?
My wife and I broke up, and then she took him with him, and it was just a bad marriage.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, you told right here, you said, I want our relationship and love to be healthy and happy.
Yep.
So were you looking for a relationship with Parker?
Yep.
So you were. So it wasn't just going to be like a one-time thing. It would have been like a...
I would have preferred it not been a thing, friendship, to be honest with you. I mean, that's what we're really looking for.
Well, I mean, you never used the word friendship. You said relationship.
Well, to me, relationships can be involved in anything.
Really? So, do you tell your friends that you want to suck them off?
If they're gay.
Oh, really? Oh, so I mean, I guess you would help your friends out. And have you ever sucked off a guy before?
A long time ago.
A long time ago?
Yeah.
Just so I feel more comfortable. Like, do you have any condoms on you? So that way, like, I would have known that at least there would have been protection.
No, which means I didn't even plan.
Well, I mean, kind of like for me, it kind of just says like, oh, we were just gonna raw dog it. So that kind of makes me a little bit more. I would have felt a lot more comfortable if you said you had condoms. Would you have stopped to have gotten some?
If it would have gone that far, yeah.
Okay. I mean, let's be real. Like, who be going to get condoms? Like, you're 71. You're not. You don't care about wrapping it up anymore. We can keep it real. Does it still get up?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Hope I'm like you, man. You were asking him to stay with you. I mean, do you think a 13-year-old boy should be staying with you?
Probably not.
Here, man. I mean, do you want me to ask Parker to come here so you can apologize to him? I think we should.
Yeah.
Hey, Parker, can you come here? He has like super hearing. Hey, Parker, man. He just wanted to come apologize to you.
I'm sorry. Sorry I made you uncomfortable, and I tried to stay away from this stuff, but it didn't work that way.
Yeah, no worries. The internet wraps people up in some bad stuff.
It does.
Yeah, so
when I was talking about the intimacy, remember that? The whole thing about intimacy?
Yeah.
That's really what I wanted this to go to. And then you brought up about the other stuff, and so I kind of played along because I didn't want to like push you away. I wasn't sure there was something there or not.
Oh, could you put your pen in real quick? Because that way we could just get all that bad stuff off of there because it's on your phone and I'm sure you don't want it there anymore. Yeah, I mean, this is obviously bad stuff. I mean, how long you've been on Telegram and everything?
Like I said, like 6 months.
Okay, so only 6 months, so not long at all.
No.
Yeah, I mean,
this is a good lesson right here.
I think it's an amazing lesson. I'm just more worried about like I said, those images, I think they're in that secure file folder. So I just want to wait, if you could come back real quick. I'm trying to like find all that bad stuff on his phone so that way he can
I don't think there's anything bad stuff in here.
Yeah, I just want to check and see what's in that secure folder. There we go. Awesome.
I'm sorry I made you uncomfortable.
No worries.
So, what's your suggestion from here?
Man, I mean, you apologized. I guess would you ever do this again?
No.
No.
So you wanna just break it?
I guess.
So that would be the best thing, you think?
I think that would be the best thing as well. His mom said that she's gonna call me back and she just wants an apology too. I guess
When I go back, I'm gonna erase
Parker, can you just like look through like Zangy and Telegram?
Yeah.
He's gonna get that off for you. But
Oh yeah, I'll hear all of our conversations.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
If that's cool with you.
Yeah.
Okay, appreciate you, man. So I guess what would you have done if like we were cops? Would you have known you did something wrong?
Yeah.
Okay, so you knew the whole time this was wrong. Hey man, give me a hug. I mean, that's great. That's great to hear. I'm glad that you know that this was.
That means your ass is gone for the rest of your life. He said, "Come here, give me a hug."
71. So obviously, you still got the rest of the 6 months you got on Earth to do better.
And I did try to steer it away a little bit at one point or two.
I did see that. So would we have waited till he was 18, then do stuff?
That would have been preferable, yeah. That's what was in my mind, if he had wanted to do it that way.
But you know what that's called, though? When you talk to a child when they're young and then wait till they're older?
It's called...
Oh, wow, man. You know exactly, yeah. So, I mean, would that still have been good?
Probably not.
Even if you met him when he was 18?
Listening to us.
Who?
This lady right here. Your voice carries really, really loud.
Oh, she's leaving.
No, but she was listening. The window was down. She was looking right at us.
Really?
Yes.
That's why people are nosy as hell. She probably got some things in her closet.
Who knows? Everybody's got something in their closet. Thank you.
His phone looks clean. It's all adults on there that I saw.
Yeah. So
He's the first one.
He's the first one. You know what?
I steered away from all the other ones. I don't know. Maybe the way you were talking or something. I'm not sure, but I'm sorry I went down this path.
No worries.
So do you find him sexy?
Kind of.
Okay. Like, I mean, would you want to just devour his little?
No.
If you didn't go to, let's say you didn't go to jail, like, would you want to?
I want to get to know him first.
You would want to get to know him first. Well, here, why don't you guys get to know each other?
Huh?
I said, why don't you guys get to know each other, man? I mean, I don't want to ruin a great friendship, you know?
What is it you want to do?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Well, why don't you help guide him, man? I mean, like, you could be like his master. Like, he could be your Robin. He's Robin, and then you're Batman. You You could be robbing his virginity.
So.
Jeez.
We're done, right?
Well, I mean, he's not gonna do anything. It's more about his mom and dad, you know, because we don't know what they want to do. Right. What do you think they should do?
I don't know.
Yeah, his dad said give him a second. I'm gonna call his mom right now. Sometimes she's like unpredictable, huh?
Yeah, she is.
Hey Kylie, I'm here talking about your 13-year-old son. We got Ronald here. He's wanting to just talk about kind of like everything that's going on and just how sorry he is for talking to your 13-year-old son.
All right. Hey, yeah, I'm really sorry I just went the wrong direction.
Why were you talking to him?
Well, we started talking. We met on Threads. Originally, we started talking about like business and stuff I wanted to run, and then it went a little bit sexual. And I tried to pull it back in when I talked about intimacy and all that, because that's really the direction I wanted to go in. But it got the best of me.
Are you saying you're gay?
I am gay.
And how old are you?
71.
Did he tell you how old he was?
Yes.
And you were okay with it?
Originally, I didn't want to have anything sexual. No.
Originally?
Yeah.
I guess kind of explain to her how it got sexual, because I think she's confused at that.
I think I'm a little confused too. I don't know who brought it up first. So maybe it was the thread site, because most everybody on there is gay.
He doesn't post any.
No. I understand that, and what I'm saying is that in my text I try to stay away from that, but I thought that.
From what?
The part I wanted to be more like an intimate thing, like a friendship.
Friendship?
Yeah, like
with benefits?
No, where he could help me with my company that I wanted to try to start.
What did you want to do to him?
I guess originally the idea was he wanted me to teach him about oral sex.
Okay, and you were gonna teach him that?
No, it's not
Okay,
something
what
I
the
really want
fuck?
to do, no. Yeah, I understand you being upset.
Let's watch this last one and then we're gonna wrap it up.
Beware, Gotham City. Nothing can stop the Joker. No, one more punch would kill you, and I won't kill you. That somehow means I win. I go to jail, escape, kill people, go to jail. Rinse and repeat. Yes, it's an endless cycle, but I've sworn to let the courts do their work. What to do?
And due to the persuasive testimony of the Batman, thank you, Batman, the court has decided upon the death penalty.
It's out of my hands.
Maurice Joker for 2,391 counts of murder and many other crimes that seem minor next to 2,391 counts of murder. You have been sentenced to death. Have you any last words?
I know Jesus has forgiven me.
Is that a joke?
No.
Here we go. That's not right. Keep going until he's dead. It would be monstrous to stop now.
Alrighty, chat. That is gonna be it for this stream. Oh my back. Alright, but thank you so much for everybody who joined in. Really appreciate it. Your boy is back and with a better schedule, so I will see y'all tomorrow. We're gonna be playing some Lego Batman, maybe Dead by Daylight, see what's going on, you know. But it is your boy MKD. Stay chilling like your name is Krillin, and I'm out.